Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into something super special, your karmic love path. I'm so excited to share this reading with you. It's all about uncovering those deeper connections and lessons in your love life, so let's create a safe space where you feel open to receiving whatever messages come through. This reading is designed to illuminate your karmic journey in love, revealing patterns, soul contracts, and the potential for profound growth. We'll explore the energies influencing your path and offer guidance for navigating the twists and turns. This isn't just any reading. It's a journey into understanding the soul's evolution through relationships. We'll also look at the lessons you have learned through love, too. So let's take a look at the piles we have to choose from today. First, we have Pile 1, marked with this beautiful opal tower, representing the unwritten chapter, embracing necessary change. Then, for Pile 2, we have the Agate dragon, resonating with ancient echoes, releasing generational patterns. Next up is Pile 3, featuring the Carnelian angel, symbolizing sacred spark, rekindling passion and purpose. And finally, for Pile 4, we have the black obsidian raw crystal, embodying shadow and light, integrating hidden truths. Which sounds the most interesting to you? Go ahead and take a moment, pause the video if you need to, and really feel which pile you're most drawn to. It's totally okay if more than one calls to you. Sometimes different aspects of the reading resonate. Trust your intuition in choosing. There's no pressure here. Now, let's all take a deep breath, close our eyes for just a second, and set the intention that we receive exactly what we need to hear today. Sending you all so much love and encouragement as you begin this journey. Okay, so with the opal tower as your crystal and the unwritten chapter, embracing necessary change as your theme, this reading is all about. Well, transformation, of course. It's about stepping into a new phase, shedding the old, and embracing what's meant to be. And honestly, these cards, they scream destiny. All right, first up, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my gosh, this is huge, you guys. Like, seriously huge. This isn't just any card. It's about fate, about cycles turning, and about things shifting in a major way. Seeing this card right at the beginning suggests that you're at a pivotal moment, a turning point that's going to set the stage for everything else. And you know, with the opal tower's transformative energy backing it up, it feels like this change is absolutely necessary for your growth, for your happiness, and for your overall journey. The Wheel of Fortune often indicates that what's been stagnant or stuck is finally starting to move. Maybe you've been feeling like you're in a rut, or that things just haven't been progressing the way you want them to, or maybe you have been putting in the work but not seeing the fruits of your labor yet. Well, this card is here to tell you that things are about to change, and usually for the better, you know. Because, it's about the universe aligning things in your favor, even if it doesn't feel like it at first. Now, sometimes the Wheel of Fortune can bring unexpected twists and turns. It can feel like a bit of a roller coaster, to be honest. But the important thing to remember is that these changes are ultimately guiding you towards where you need to be. Think of it as the universe giving you a little nudge, or maybe even a big shove in the right direction. And, you know, sometimes those shoves are necessary to break us out of our comfort zones and push us towards our true potential. This card is also very karmic. It often signifies that you're reaping what you've sown, so to speak. If you've been putting in positive energy, kindness, and good intentions into the world, then you're likely to see those efforts come back to you in abundance. But on the flip side, if you've been harboring negativity or engaging in less than idle behaviors, this could be a wake-up call to shift your focus and align yourself with more positive actions. But don't worry. The presence of the sun later on makes me think even if there are some wake-up calls, that you will get through this. And it's not about punishing you, it's about learning and growing and evolving into the best version of yourself. So don't be scared. What's really interesting here is that because it's about cycles, the Wheel of Fortune can also represent recurring patterns in your life, particularly in relationships. Are you finding yourself in similar situations over and over again, attracting the same type of person? This card is urging you to recognize those patterns and break free from them. It's time to learn from the past and make different choices that will lead you down a more fulfilling path. Like, are you always the one giving and never receiving? Or are you always choosing people who are emotionally unavailable? This is your chance to rewrite the script. And since our theme is the unwritten chapter, you're being given such a beautiful clean slate to start with. Okay, so, specifically in the context of love, the Wheel of Fortune can signal a fated encounter, a destined connection that's about to enter your life. This could be someone completely new, or it could be someone from your past who's coming back around for another chance. But regardless, this connection is going to be significant. It's going to shake things up, challenge you, and ultimately help you grow. You know, or if you're already in a relationship, the Wheel of Fortune could indicate a major turning point in your partnership. This could be a deepening of your commitment, a new level of intimacy, or even a necessary change in the dynamics of the relationship. It's about evolving together and embracing the shifts that are needed to keep the connections strong and vibrant. But what I really feel here, especially with the transformative energy of the Opal, is that this turning point is divinely guided. It's not just random chance. It's part of a larger plan for your life. And even if it feels scary or uncertain at times, you can trust that the universe is working in your favor. Like, have faith that everything is unfolding exactly as it should be, even if you can't see the bigger picture just yet. With the Wheel of Fortune showing up, it is so important to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that are showing up around you. The universe is trying to communicate with you, to guide you along this path. So be open to receiving those messages, whether they come in the form of dreams, intuition, or even just chance encounters. The key here is to surrender to the flow of life and trust that you're being supported every step of the way. Don't try to control everything or cling to the past. Embrace the unknown with an open heart and a willingness to adapt. Because the more you resist the changes that are coming, the more challenging things will be. But if you can just let go and trust the process, you'll find that you're being led to something truly amazing. Okay, so that's the Wheel of Fortune in a nutshell. Major changes, fated events, karmic lessons, and a whole lot of potential for growth and transformation. And it's all set to this Opal Tower transformative theme. Are you excited? Because I am. Now let's move on to the next card. Oh, the Sun. Oh my God, after the Wheel of Fortune, this is like the best possible card to see. Like, this is pure joy, pure happiness, pure abundance. It's like the universe is saying, okay, you've gone through the changes, you've learned your lessons, and now it's time to bask in the sunshine. The sun represents clarity, vitality, and optimism. It's about feeling confident, radiant, and full of life. Seeing this card suggests that after any challenges or uncertainties you've been facing, you're finally going to experience a period of joy, success, and fulfillment. It's like a weight being lifted, like a dark cloud parting to reveal the warmth and light that's always been there. This card also signifies truth and revelation. Things that have been hidden or unclear are now coming to light. You're seeing things with a new level of clarity, understanding, and awareness. And this newfound clarity is empowering you to make decisions that are aligned with your highest good. It's like you've been wandering in the dark, and now someone has turned on the lights, and you can finally see where you're going. You know, so in the context of love, the sun is an incredibly positive omen. It represents a relationship that is filled with joy, passion, and mutual respect. It's about feeling completely seen, accepted, and loved for who you truly are. And it's about sharing that love and light with your partner in a way that is both fulfilling and inspiring. And you deserve this. If you're single, the sun could indicate that you're about to meet someone who brings a tremendous amount of joy and positivity into your life. This person is going to be like a ray of sunshine, illuminating your world and helping you to see all the beauty and potential that exists within you. You're going to feel completely comfortable and at ease around them, like you've known them forever. And if you're already in a relationship, the sun suggests that your connection is about to deepen and become even more fulfilling. You're going to experience a renewed sense of passion, intimacy, and excitement, and you're going to feel more grateful than ever for the love that you share. It's like falling in love all over again. What's really beautiful about the sun is that it's not just about romantic love. It's about self-love too. This card is urging you to embrace your own inner light, to recognize your worth, and to celebrate all the amazing qualities that make you who you are. Because the more you love yourself, the more love you'll attract into your life. It's like you have to fill your own cup first before you can pour it out for others. Also, the sun brings a sense of childlike wonder and playfulness. It's about reconnecting with your inner child and allowing yourself to have fun, to be silly, and to experience the world with a sense of joy and curiosity. Don't take yourself too seriously. Let loose, laugh, and embrace the simple pleasures of life. With the wheel of fortune bringing change and potential uncertainty, the sun is reassuring you that everything is going to be okay. It's like saying, yes, there may be challenges along the way, but ultimately, you're going to come out on top. It's a reminder to stay positive, to maintain your faith, and to trust that the universe has your back. The sun is also a card of fertility and abundance. It can indicate the creation of something new, whether it's a new relationship, a new project, or even a new life. It's about bringing your ideas and dreams into fruition and watching them grow and flourish. It's such a beautiful sign of new beginnings. So, to sum it up, the sun is all about joy, happiness, clarity, truth, and abundance. It's a reminder to embrace your inner light, to love yourself unconditionally, and to trust that everything is unfolding perfectly for your highest good. It's an absolutely amazing card to have, especially after such a big card like the wheel. Okay, and now for the final card. The Two of Cups. Oh, this is just beautiful. After the Wheel of Fortune shaking things up and the sun bringing all that clarity and joy, the Two of Cups is like the perfect culmination. It's all about partnership, connection, and harmonious union. This card represents a deep and meaningful bond between two people. It's about mutual respect, understanding, and appreciation. It's about seeing yourself reflected in another person and feeling a sense of belonging and completeness. Like finding your other half, your soulmate, your twin flame, whatever you want to call it. The Two of Cups often signifies a romantic relationship, but it can also represent a strong connection between friends, family members, or even business partners. The key is that there's a sense of equality, balance, and reciprocity. It's a give-and-take relationship where both parties feel valued and supported. You know. This card is all about creating a harmonious and loving environment where both people can thrive. It's about communicating openly and honestly, resolving conflicts with compassion, and celebrating each other's successes. It's about building a foundation of trust and respect that will withstand the test of time. If you're single, the Two of Cups is a very positive sign that you're about to meet someone who is truly compatible with you. This person is going to be your mirror, your confidant, and your biggest supporter. You're going to feel an instant connection, like you've known them for lifetimes. I think this especially since the Wheel of Fortune is involved. And if you're already in a relationship, the Two of Cups suggests that your bond is about to deepen and become even more meaningful. You're going to experience a renewed sense of intimacy, passion, and connection, and you're going to feel more grateful than ever for the love that you share. What's really special about the Two of Cups is that it's not just about romantic love. It's about self-love too. This card is reminding you that you need to love and accept yourself before you can truly love and accept another person. It's about recognizing your own worth, embracing your own flaws, and celebrating your own unique qualities. Because the more you love yourself, the more love you'll attract into your life. The Two of Cups is also a card of balance and harmony. It's about finding equilibrium in all areas of your life, whether it's your relationships, your career, or your personal well-being. It's about creating a sense of inner peace and contentment that allows you to navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and resilience. With the Wheel of Fortune bringing change and the sun bringing joy, the Two of Cups is like the perfect ending to this chapter. It's a reminder that even amidst the chaos and uncertainty of life, love and connection are always possible. It's about finding your tribe, your soul family, and creating a life that is filled with meaning, purpose, and joy. So, to summarize, the Two of Cups is all about partnership, connection, harmony, and balance. It's a reminder to love yourself, to love others, and to create a life that is filled with meaningful relationships. This is truly the most beautiful card to finish on. So, overall, wow, what a reading. You've got the Wheel of Fortune bringing major change, the Sun shining light and clarity, and the Two of Cups sealing the deal with connection and partnership. It feels like you're on the cusp of something truly amazing, something that's going to transform your life in the best possible way. What happens next is a mystery, but I'm so excited to pull another card and see where this journey takes you. Okay, so we've had such amazing cards so far, right? The Wheel of Fortune with all its crazy changes, then the Sun just shining down pure happiness and clarity on everything, and then the Two of Cups, like sealing the deal with that perfect connection. It feels like you're seriously on the brink of something incredible, you know. Something that's gonna change everything for the better, like we've been saying with this whole unwritten chapter theme. So, like, what's next? Oh my God, this is so good. You ready? Okay. It's the Chariot. Okay. So after all that change and connection, now we've got the Chariot, which is like seriously stepping into your power. I feel like this is all about taking control, you know? Like grabbing the reins and deciding where you want to go and like actually getting there. It's about willpower, about focus, and about straight up success. The Chariot isn't just about like passively letting things happen. It's about actively making them happen. And with the Opal Tower energy we've got going on, that transformative push, it's like you're not just driving, you're evolving while you drive. So, what does this mean for you? Well, first off, it's like the universe is saying, okay, you've been through the whirlwind, you've found your connections. Now it's time to, like, show them what you're made of. You've got the strength, you've got the determination, and you definitely have the drive to achieve whatever you set your mind to. But the thing with the Chariot is that it's not always easy, you know? It's not just like hopping in a car and cruising. It's about overcoming obstacles, facing challenges head-on, and like, sometimes, having to assert yourself. Think of it like, you're driving through a crowded city, right? You gotta navigate traffic, you gotta watch out for pedestrians, and you gotta be assertive to get where you need to go without getting cut off, or running into anyone, of course. And it's like, with this transformative theme, what are the obstacles in your way? What are the limiting beliefs or the old patterns that you need to break through to really take control? The Chariot is all about conquering those inner demons, those self-doubts that might be holding you back. Because you have the power to do it, I seriously believe you do. Now, let's talk about love, because, you know, that's what we're really here for, right? With the Chariot showing up, especially after the Two of Cups, it's like, okay, how do you steer this relationship? How do you take the connection you've built and move it forward in a way that's fulfilling for both of you? The Chariot can signify a time of really taking the lead, being proactive in your relationship. Maybe it means initiating important conversations, planning exciting dates, or just generally being the one to, like, set the tone. It can also mean being assertive about your needs and desires within the relationship. Like, not being afraid to speak up and say what you want, what you need, and what you expect. But it's so important to do it in a way that's respectful and understanding, you know. Because the Chariot isn't about being a dictator. It's about being a strong and confident partner, someone who knows what they want, but also values the other person's input. It's that balance we talked about with the Two of Cups. If you're single, the Chariot could mean that you're ready to take control of your love life. Like, no more waiting around for Mr. or Ms. Right to magically appear. It's about actively putting yourself out there, pursuing the kind of relationship you want, and not settling for anything less than you deserve. The thing is, sometimes the Chariot can indicate potential power struggles, especially in relationships. It's important to be mindful of that. Like, are you trying to control the other person? Are they trying to control you? It's about finding a balance of power where both of you feel respected and valued. Because a relationship shouldn't be a competition, it should be a partnership. But if you are in a relationship and things feel like they're at a standstill, the Chariot coming up can be like the kick in the pants that you need to make the first move. And remember that Wheel of Fortune energy we had. With the Chariot now, it's like taking control of your destiny instead of just letting it happen to you. It's about recognizing those patterns we talked about, the ones that keep repeating themselves, and consciously choosing to break free from them. Maybe you always go for the same type of person, even though it never works out. Or maybe you always fall into the same relationship dynamic, where you end up feeling unfulfilled or unhappy. The Chariot is about saying, okay, I'm done with this. I'm taking control of my own happiness. But also, in the context of love, remember how the Wheel of Fortune is super karmic. The Chariot here is almost like you're driving your own karma. It's like the decisions you make now, the actions you take, are going to directly impact your future relationships. So choose wisely, choose with intention, and choose with love. With the sun shining down on everything, the Chariot is like, you've got the green light. You've got the clarity, you've got the energy, and you've got the support of the universe behind you. So go for it. But it's not just about romantic relationships, right? The Chariot is also about your personal journey, your own growth, and your own transformation. It's like, how are you driving your own life? Are you in the driver's seat, or are you just a passenger? The Chariot is calling you to step into your power, to take charge of your own destiny, and to create the life you truly desire. This is that embracing necessary change theme coming into play. And again, with that Opal Tower energy, this isn't just about, achieving external success, it's about transforming yourself from the inside out. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, the most confident, the most empowered, and the most authentic. It's about aligning your actions with your values and living a life that is truly aligned with your soul's purpose. What's really cool is how this confidence isn't just something you're pretending to feel, but it's something you're building. What are you building towards right now? With the Chariot, it's so important to have a clear vision of what you want. Where do you want to go? What do you want to achieve? What kind of life do you want to create? Because without a clear destination in mind, you're just gonna be driving around aimlessly, wasting time and energy. This card is asking you to get really clear on your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations. Write them down, visualize them, and feel them as if they're already happening. And remember the Sun and the Two of Cups energy. Where is your joy, your partnerships taking you? And it's not just about having a vision, it's about taking action. The Chariot is all about moving forward, taking steps, and making progress towards your goals, even if it's just a little bit each day. It's about being persistent, being disciplined, and never giving up on your dreams, even when things get tough. You need to put in the work to get the rewards. The appearance of the Chariot reminds you that you have all the tools and resources you need to succeed. You have the intelligence, the skills, the connections, and the inner strength. The only thing that's stopping you is yourself. So get out of your own way, believe in yourself, and go for it. I am just so excited for you. With the Chariot, it feels like you're seriously ready to take on the world, you know? You've got the power, you've got the passion, and you've got the drive to make your dreams a reality. So, what's gonna happen next? Okay, I seriously can't wait to pull the next card and see what else the universe has in store for you. Okay, so after all that, after the Chariot, we have strength. Oh my gosh. Strength, 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 where do I even begin? This card isn't just about, physical strength or, lifting heavy things, although it could be, but it is really about inner strength. It is about courage, about compassion, and about, really tamming the beast within. You know what I mean. So, with the Wheel of Fortune shaking things up, the sun shining bright, the Two of Cups bringing in that connection, and the Chariot roaring forward, strength is here to say, okay, hold on a second. Let's make sure we're doing this with grace, with kindness, and with a whole lot of self-love. Because the Chariot can sometimes be a little aggressive, maybe a little too focused on just getting where you're going, running over anybody who gets in your way. Strength is hey, let's slow down. Let's connect with our hearts, and let's make sure we're not sacrificing our integrity along the way. What is so beautiful about the Strength card is that it's not about overpowering something, it's about gently influencing it. It's not about forcing your will on others, it's about leading by example, with compassion and understanding. Think about it like this. You could try to tame a wild animal by force, by caging it, by breaking its spirit. But that's not true strength, right? True strength is about building trust, about showing kindness, and about creating a connection that allows the animal to feel safe and secure so that it actually wants to be around you. That's true strength. And, with our theme of embracing change, strength is such an important card. Because change can be scary, right? It can bring up all sorts of fears and insecurities. But strength is here to remind you that you have the inner resources to handle anything that comes your way. You have the courage to face your fears, the compassion to forgive yourself and others, and the resilience to bounce back from any setbacks. It's like the universe is saying, I know you can do this. I believe in you. Now, let's talk about love, because, that's what we're really interested in, right? In the context of love, strength is all about finding that balance between the Chariot's drive and ambition and the Two of Cups' connection and harmony. It's about being strong and assertive in your relationships without being controlling or overbearing. It's about standing up for your needs and desires while also being compassionate and understanding of your partner's needs and desires. It's about creating a relationship where both of you feel empowered and supported, where you can both be your authentic selves without fear of judgment or rejection. If you're single, strength is like a huge green light. It means that you're attracting someone who is equally strong and compassionate, someone who is not afraid to be vulnerable, someone who is going to challenge you to grow and evolve into the best version of yourself. This isn't going to be a relationship where one person dominates the other. It's going to be a partnership of equals, where both of you bring your unique strengths to the table. This person is going to see you and accept you and love you. If you're already in a relationship, strength suggests that you're entering a phase where you're learning to navigate the challenges of love with more grace and compassion. Maybe you've been struggling with some power dynamics, or maybe you've been having a hard time communicating your needs. Strength is here to help you find a more balanced and harmonious way of relating to each other. It's about learning to listen, to empathize, and to compromise. It's about creating a safe space where both of you can be honest and vulnerable without fear of judgment. And you know what? You've already built up so much with that Wheel of Fortune and that Sun and that Two of Cups energy. So now it's just, how do you make it even better? But strength isn't just about romantic love, right? It's also about self-love. And honestly, that's where it all starts. You can't truly love someone else until you love yourself, and strength is here to remind you of that. To remind you that you are worthy of love, that you are deserving of happiness, and that you have the power to create a life that is filled with joy, purpose, and fulfillment. I feel like the Opal Tower crystal's energy is really coming into play here. It is like you're transforming from the inside out. You are shedding those old beliefs that no longer serve you and embracing a new sense of self-acceptance and self-compassion. You are learning to love yourself unconditionally, flaws and all. And that's what true strength is all about. It's about recognizing your own inherent worth, about celebrating your unique gifts, and about embracing your authentic self without apology. I'm telling you, with the sun shining down on you, you're just radiating confidence and self-assurance. People are drawn to that energy, They can sense that you're comfortable in your own skin, that you're not trying to be someone you're not. And that's incredibly attractive, both romantically and platonically. Seriously. Like people just want to be around people who are happy and confident. It's like a magnet. And with the Chariot there too, it's like you're not just loving yourself, you're actively pursuing your dreams and goals. You're not letting fear or self-doubt hold you back. You're taking risks, you're stepping outside of your comfort zone, and you're creating a life that is truly aligned with your passions and values. You are so powerful. I can feel it like you're just unstoppable. You are a force of nature, girl. You are just like driving that chariot with one hand and like petting the lion with the other. You are so good. The Strength card is seriously urging you to connect with your inner child, to reconnect with that sense of wonder and joy that you may have lost along the way, to allow yourself to be playful, to be creative, and to be spontaneous. Don't take yourself so seriously. Laugh a little, dance a little, and embrace the simple pleasures of life. Life is too short to be serious all the time. And also, with the Wheel of Fortune in the mix, Strength is reminding you that life is full of ups and downs, right? There are going to be times when you feel strong and confident, and there are going to be times when you feel vulnerable and insecure. That's just part of being human. The key is to not get too attached to either extreme. To remember that everything is temporary, and that even the darkest night eventually gives way to the dawn. When you're feeling strong, Use that energy to help others. Be a source of support and inspiration for those who are struggling. Share your wisdom, your compassion, and your love with the world. And when you're feeling weak, don't be afraid to ask for help. Reach out to your friends, your family, or a trusted professional. Remember that you don't have to go through it alone. It's just like, seriously, the universe has got your back, girl. It's sending you all these amazing signs and synchronicities to guide you along your path. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor, the sun is shining down on you, the Two of Cups is bringing in that connection, and the Chariot is driving you forward. And now we have strength. It's like you're seriously unstoppable. So, to sum it up, strength is all about inner strength, courage, compassion, and self-love. It's about taming your inner beast, embracing change with grace, and creating a life that is filled with joy, purpose, and fulfillment. I am just so excited for you. But wait, there's more. I can't wait to see what the next card is, you know? What's the universe gonna throw at you next? Okay. Oh my God, are you ready for this? Because this is, seriously mind-blowing, so after all of that. We got the Star. Oh my gosh, seriously? The Star? It's like the universe is just showering you with blessings, you know? It's like, after all the changes and the driving and the strength, it's all culminating in hope, in healing, and in just, pure inspiration. So the Star is one of those cards that just makes you feel good, you know? It's like a warm blanket on a cold day or a hug from a loved one. It's like everything's going to be okay. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot, there's always this sense of doing. And strength is saying be gentle and compassionate while doing, but the Star is rest, sister. Take a deep breath, allow yourself to just be. And with our theme of embracing necessary change, this is the beautiful part of what we're talking about. Not all change has to be hard. So, what does this mean for you? Well, first of all, it means that you're on the right path. Seriously, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, even if it doesn't always feel like it. The Star is a card of faith and trust. It's about believing in yourself and believing in the universe, even when you can't see the bigger picture. And, with that Opal Tower energy, that transformative vibe we've got going on, it's like you're not just hopping for the best. You're actually transforming your reality through your hope and your optimism. It's like you're becoming a beacon of light, attracting all the good things into your life just by being you. Now, let's talk about love, because, that's why we're here, right? With the Star showing up, especially after the Two of Cups and strength, it's okay, this isn't just any connection, this is a divinely inspired connection. This is a relationship that has the potential to bring you so much healing, so much joy, and so much growth. This is someone who sees you for who you truly are, someone who appreciates your unique gifts, and someone who supports your dreams and aspirations. And with all that Wheel of Fortune change energy, that's how you know that this is destiny at play. If you're single, the Star is get ready, because someone amazing is about to come into your life. This isn't going to be a casual fling. This is going to be a deep, meaningful connection that has the potential to last a lifetime. This person is going to be like a breath of fresh air, bringing light and hope into your world. And they're going to inspire you to be the best version of yourself. It's going to feel like you've known them forever. If you're already in a relationship, the Star suggests that your connection is about to deepen and become even more fulfilling. You're going to experience a renewed sense of hope, faith, and optimism, and you're going to feel more connected to your partner than ever before. This is a time to focus on healing any old wounds, forgiving any past hurts, and creating a relationship that is based on love, trust, and mutual respect. The Star is also about embracing your own individuality. It's about recognizing that you are a unique and special being with your own unique gifts and talents. And it's about celebrating those gifts and sharing them with the world. Don't try to be someone you're not. Embrace your authentic self and let your light shine. With the Star here, it is screaming that it is time to be authentic. And with the Chariot there and all that strength behind you, there should be nothing stopping you. It's time to be free. It's about doing what you love, following your passions, and expressing yourself creatively. Don't be afraid to take risks, to try new things, and to step outside of your comfort zone. Because that's where the magic happens, that's where you discover your true potential. You can finally let go of any self-doubt, like the star is saying everything will be okay. Because it will be, and you know what else? The star is a major self-care card. Like seriously, this is your permission slip to pamper yourself, to indulge in your favorite activities, and to just take some time to relax and recharge. You deserve it. Get a massage, take a bath, read a book, listen to music, whatever makes you feel good. Because when you take care of yourself, you're better able to take care of others, and you're better able to attract positive energy into your life. Remember that chariot energy? It's important to slow down and refill the tank. So important. The star is a powerful reminder that you are connected to something bigger than yourself. It's about tapping into your intuition, listening to your inner voice, and trusting that you are being guided and supported by the universe. Don't be afraid to ask for help, to reach out to your support system, and to lean on those who love you. You are not alone, especially since we have that Two of Cups energy, right? And I really feel like you've been working on yourself, and you are finally ready to open up and receive. Because sometimes that's the hardest part, you know? Like, we're so used to giving, that we forget how to receive. But the star is here to remind you that you are worthy of love, worthy of happiness, and worthy of all the good things that life has to offer. With the Strength card right before it, the star is like, okay, you've tamed your inner beast, now it's time to unleash your inner angel. It's about being compassionate, kind, and loving, not only to yourself, but also to others. It's about seeing the good in everyone, even those who are difficult or challenging. And it's about offering forgiveness, both to yourself and to others, for any past mistakes. Because holding on to resentment only hurts you, it doesn't hurt the other person. The star is about letting go of the past and embracing the present moment with an open heart. The star is saying it is time to find hope again, that you deserve it, and that you are capable of anything. With the Wheel of Fortune energy still swirling around, the star is like a beacon in the night, guiding you through the storm. It's a reminder that even when things seem chaotic and uncertain, there is always hope, there is always light, and there is always a reason to believe in the future. This is exactly why this embracing necessary change theme is so powerful. So you have to believe it now. And like with that Opal tower, that crystal of transformation that's just been vibing with you this whole reading, the star is like the ultimate transformation. It's like you're shedding your old skin, releasing your old beliefs, and stepping into a new version of yourself, a version that is more authentic, more empowered, and more aligned with your soul's purpose. You are seriously glowing right now, I can feel it. And you know what? This is all happening for a reason. The universe has a plan for you, a plan that is far bigger and far more amazing than you can even imagine. Trust in the process, trust in yourself, and trust in the divine, because you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Seriously. And it's like all those changes from the wheel, they were leading you here, to this moment of hope, of healing, of inspiration. It's like the universe was clearing the path for you, removing any obstacles that were standing in your way so that you could finally step into your true power. And the star is like the ultimate validation, you know. It's like the universe is saying, yes, you're on the right track. Keep going, you've got this. I can feel it so strongly. With all that chariot energy, it's like you're not just hopping for the best, you're actively creating the best. You're driving your own destiny, you're taking control of your life, and you're making your dreams a reality. You are a force to be reckoned with. And the most important thing is that we have strength. Like, you aren't just like throwing yourself forward, you are listening to others and being as gentle and compassionate as possible with yourself and others. Remember all that Two of Cups energy of relationships and partnerships and balance? Keep that in mind. But also the star is really showing me to let go of control, to trust the process, and to surrender to the flow of life. Don't try to force things to happen, let them unfold naturally. Because the more you resist, the more difficult things will be. But if you can just relax, trust, and allow, you'll find that everything falls into place perfectly. Okay, so to sum it up, the star is all about hope, healing, inspiration, faith, trust, individuality, and self-care. It's about embracing your authentic self, letting your light shine, and trusting that you are being guided and supported by the universe. It's a beautiful card, and it's such a blessing to see it in your reading. I am so excited for you. But wait, there's one more card to pull, right? I cannot wait to see what the universe has in store for you next. Okay, so, after all that amazing energy after the star. Oh my gosh, okay, here we go. It's the Five of Cups. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay, don't freak out, don't freak out. It's not necessarily bad, okay? But it's definitely a shift in energy, you know? We were all rainbows and unicorns with the star, and now we're getting a little dose of reality. But that's okay. It's all part of the process, right? So, the Five of Cups. Generally, this card is about loss, about disappointment, about grief. It's about focusing on what you've lost instead of what you still have. You know that feeling when, something really sucks happens and you just can't see anything good anymore? You're just stuck in the sadness and the negativity. That's the Five of Cups energy. But, it's not all doom and gloom, okay? Because even though it's about loss, it's also about recognizing that there's still something left. In the card, you see the figure looking down at the 3 spilled cups, right? But there are also 2 cups still standing upright. And that's the key. It's about shifting your focus from what you've lost to what you still have and being grateful for that. Okay, so how does this connect to everything else we've been talking about? Well, remember the star? All that hope and inspiration. The Five of Cups is like a little test of that hope. It's like the universe is saying, okay, you've got all this faith and optimism, but what happens when things get tough? What happens when you experience loss? Can you still hold onto that hope? And, with the Wheel of Fortune's changes, this loss could be related to something that's been shifting in your life. Maybe it's a relationship that's ending, or a job that you lost, or a dream that didn't come true. Whatever it is, it's something that's causing you pain and sadness. Now, specifically in love, because, that's what we're really digging into here, the Five of Cups can signify a few different things. It could mean that you're experiencing a breakup or a separation. It could mean that you're feeling rejected or unloved. Or it could mean that you're just mourning the loss of a past relationship. Maybe you're still hung up on someone who's not good for you, or maybe you're just sad that things didn't work out the way you wanted them to. But whatever it is, the Five of Cups is urging you to acknowledge your feelings, to allow yourself to grieve, but also to not get stuck in that sadness. It's about recognizing that even though something has ended, it doesn't mean that everything is over. There are still opportunities for love and happiness in the future. You just have to be open to them. And remember that Two of Cups energy. That connection and partnership, the Five of Cups could be a sign that that connection is being challenged. Maybe you and your partner are going through a rough patch, or maybe you're just feeling disconnected from each other. It's important to communicate openly and honestly about your feelings and to work together to find a way to reconnect. Because even though things might be tough right now, it doesn't mean that the relationship is over. You just have to be willing to put in the effort to make it work. But let's be real, sometimes relationships do end, and the Five of Cups can be a sign that it's time to let go. It's about recognizing that sometimes, even with the best intentions, things just aren't meant to be. And it's okay to mourn that loss, but it's also important to move on and create space for something new. What's really important here is to not blame yourself, The Five of Cups can sometimes bring up feelings of guilt and regret. You might be thinking, what could I have done differently? What did I do wrong? But it's important to remember that you did the best you could with what you had, and that sometimes things just don't work out, no matter what you do. So, be kind to yourself, forgive yourself, and let go of the guilt. And remember that strength card, that inner courage and compassion. The Five of Cups is a reminder that you have the strength to get through this. You have the resilience to bounce back from any setback, and you have the compassion to forgive yourself and others. You just have to tap into that inner strength and believe in yourself. It's also with the Opal Tower's transformative energy, this Five of Cups moment is actually an opportunity for growth. It's a chance to learn from your mistakes, to heal from your pain, and to emerge stronger and more resilient than ever before. It's like the universe is giving you a little nudge to help you evolve into the best version of yourself. Seriously, the Five of Cups is not a bad card. It's just a reality check, It's a reminder that life isn't always sunshine and rainbows, but that even in the midst of darkness, there's still hope. It's a call to be gentle with yourself, to acknowledge your feelings, and to focus on what you still have. And it's an invitation to transform your pain into wisdom and strength. I seriously believe that this is so crucial to understand. And remember our theme, embracing necessary change? The Five of Cups is like the ultimate test of that theme. It's about embracing the change, even when it's painful and difficult. It's about letting go of the past and moving forward into the unwritten chapter with an open heart. You have to allow yourself to feel the sadness, to feel the grief, to feel the disappointment. But don't let those feelings consume you. Don't let them define you. You are so much more than your pain. You are strong, you are resilient, and you are worthy of love and happiness. And you will get through this. This is so huge, and don't you dare think about giving up or closing yourself off from everyone around you, because that is so not the message here. Okay. I think the Wheel of Fortune is seriously making this a very pivotal time in your life. You can choose how you look at this change. It's not just happening to you, but with you. Also, the Chariot can almost be seen as barreling through pain to get what it wants. This Five of Cups is saying that you have to acknowledge grief, not run from it, and learn what you need to. It's telling you that this is a time of reflection and recovery. With the sun and the star behind you, everything will be okay. Even though the Five of Cups might feel like a setback, it's actually a step forward. It's a step towards healing, towards growth, and towards a brighter future. You just have to trust in the process, believe in yourself, and keep moving forward. Because, the universe has your back always. With the Strength card right there, it feels like you can come through this even stronger and more compassionate. Remember, inner strength means acknowledging hard emotions and finding a way to cope with them with kindness. With Strength and the Two of Cups together, it is like the only way out is through. What is awesome, and don't forget this, the Five of Cups is only temporary. It's not a life sentence. It's just a moment in time, and it will pass. You will move on, you will heal, and you will find love and happiness again. It's like a plot twist, a low point that makes the rest of the story even better. Okay, so, seriously, don't let this card get you down, okay? This is an opportunity for growth. You are amazing, you are strong, and you are so loved. Never forget that. You're not alone in this. So, let's see what the next card is, okay? I'm seriously on the edge of my seat. I know that this one is going to make everything make sense. It is gonna bring everything together, and it is gonna show you the way forward. You're ready for it. I'm ready for it. I can just feel it. Okay, so wow, right? What a reading. I mean, we've been through it all. The Wheel of Fortune with its crazy changes, the sun shining down all that beautiful light, the Two of Cups bringing in that soulful connection, then the Chariot, zooming forward, strength helping you to tame the beast within, the star shining hope and healing, and even the Five of Cups, that little dose of reality, reminding us that it's okay to feel sad sometimes. But now we have the Lovers. Oh my gosh, this card is just everything. It's not just about, finding your soulmate, although it can totally mean that, but it's about making choices, about alignment, and about finding harmony in all areas of your life. The Lovers card is all about choices that reflect your truth, your values, and your soul's purpose, the real you. It's about recognizing that you have the power to create the life you want, and that every decision you make is a step towards or away from that vision. The Lovers is about partnerships of all kinds. It's about recognizing that you don't have to do it alone, and that finding someone who truly sees you, accepts you, and supports you can be one of the most beautiful and fulfilling experiences in life. Finding someone whose values align with yours, too. But what I really think is super important, and what the Lovers is screaming at me here, is you must love yourself first. So, what does this mean for you specifically? Well, let's start with love, because, that's what we're all here for, right? Remember that Two of Cups energy? That soulmate connection? With the Lovers showing up now, it's like the universe is saying, okay, this is the real deal. This isn't just some fleeting attraction. This is a connection that has the potential to be something truly special, something that aligns with your values and brings you deep joy and fulfillment. But remember that Five of Cups energy, that potential for loss and disappointment. The Lovers is also a reminder that relationships take work. They require communication, compromise, and a willingness to choose each other day after day. It's not always going to be easy, but if you're both committed to making it work, the rewards will be immeasurable. If you're single, the Lovers is like, get ready because you're about to have a choice to make. There's a good chance that you're going to meet someone who really sparks your interest, someone who makes you feel alive and excited. But it's important to not just jump in head first. Take your time, get to know this person, and ask yourself if they truly align with your values. Do they share your vision for the future? Do they make you feel seen, heard, and respected? And do you feel that same way about them? It's a big decision, so don't rush it. You deserve to be happy, you deserve to be with someone who is truly right for you. But it is a choice, it is a path you must choose. You have to choose your next adventure. And be sure to love yourself, be your own lover, be happy with where you are. If you're already in a relationship, the Lovers is like, it's time to recommit. It's time to take a good, hard look at your relationship and ask yourself if it's truly aligned with your values. Are you both growing and evolving together? Are you supporting each other's dreams and aspirations? Are you communicating openly and honestly? If the answer to any of those questions is no, it's time to have a serious conversation. It's time to choose to work on your relationship, to choose to create a deeper connection, to choose to love each other more fully. But if you've tried everything and things still aren't working, it might be time to make the difficult choice to move on. It's not always easy, but sometimes it's the most loving thing you can do for yourself and for your partner. But remember, the Lovers isn't just about romantic love. It's about all kinds of choices, all kinds of relationships. It's about choosing to surround yourself with people who lift you up, who inspire you, and who support your dreams. It's about choosing to let go of toxic relationships, the ones that drain your energy and make you feel bad about yourself. It's about choosing to create a life that is filled with love, joy, and connection. And speaking of choices, let's talk about that Wheel of Fortune energy again, right? All those big changes. The Lovers is a reminder that you're not just a passive observer in your life. You have the power to steer the wheel, to make choices that will shape your destiny. Remember the Chariot? That drive, that ambition? The Lovers is about using that energy wisely, about aligning your actions with your values. It's about not just chasing success for the sake of success, but about creating a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. How can you take control and direct yourself? So, how do you make these aligned decisions? Well, first of all, you have to know what your values are. What's truly important to you? What do you stand for? What do you believe in? Take some time to reflect on these questions. Write down your values and then use them as a compass to guide your decisions. What are your non-negotiables? What are you willing to compromise on? It's also really important to listen to your intuition. That little voice inside of you that knows what's right for you. Don't ignore it. Pay attention to your gut feelings, to your dreams, and to the signs and synchronicities that are showing up in your life. The universe is always trying to communicate with you. You just have to be open to receiving the messages. You can't just ignore all the things that are going on around you. And remember that strength card? That inner courage and compassion. The Lovers is about choosing to love yourself unconditionally. It's about accepting your flaws and imperfections and recognizing that you are worthy of love and happiness just as you are. It's about being kind to yourself, forgiving yourself for your mistakes, and celebrating your successes. The sun, too, it is shining down. You deserve to be happy. Don't forget the stars' hope and healing. Hope, healing, self-love, and the most authentic you. You are all those things that are really important to you. And with that Opal Tower energy, you are a work in progress. You are constantly growing, evolving, and transforming into the best version of yourself. So don't be afraid to embrace the changes that are coming your way. Trust that the universe has a plan for you and that everything is unfolding perfectly, even when it doesn't feel like it. Seriously, this whole reading has been about embracing necessary change, about stepping into your unwritten chapter. And the Lovers is like the perfect ending, the perfect reminder that you have the power to create the life you want, to choose love, to choose happiness, and to choose alignment. You got this. Okay? I am so incredibly excited for you. It's going to be an epic adventure. This is all about you and what you bring to the world. You are ready. Okay, Agate Dragon. Transformative energy right off the bat. So, with the theme being ancient echoes, releasing generational patterns, it feels like we're working with some seriously powerful stuff here, you know? Like getting ready to shed old skin and step into a completely new version of yourself. And the first card we have is the Four of Wands. Okay. So, like, the Four of Wands is all about celebration, harmony, and feeling secure. It's that moment when you've put in the hard work, you've weathered the storm, and now you're finally able to, like, take a breath and enjoy the fruits of your labor. You know that feeling when everything just clicks into place. Like, you've been building something for so long, and then suddenly, bam. It's solid, it's stable, it's beautiful. That's the Four of Wands energy. It's like you've finally built that solid foundation, that safe haven, after what probably felt like a really long journey. And it wasn't easy, right? Like, there were probably moments when you wanted to give up, when you thought, oh my God, this is never going to work. But you didn't. You kept pushing, you kept believing, and now you're here. You're standing under this beautiful archway, surrounded by loved ones, feeling that sense of accomplishment and gratitude. And it's not just about the material things, you know? It's about the inner peace, the sense of belonging, the feeling that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Like you've created this space for yourself, this little sanctuary, where you can just be you without any pretense or judgment. And that's huge. That's something to celebrate. Think of it like, you've been renovating a house for years. Like tearing down walls, fixing leaky pipes, painting every single room. It was exhausting, right? But now it's finally done. You've got your dream kitchen, your cozy living room, your spa-like bathroom. And you can finally invite your friends and family over to show off your hard work and just enjoy being together in this space that you created with your own two hands. That's the Four of Wands. It's that feeling of, yes, I did it, we did it. And the thing is, this isn't just a fleeting moment of happiness. It's a solid foundation that you can build upon. Like, you've proven to yourself that you're capable of creating stability and security in your life. And that's a really powerful thing to know. Because when the next challenge comes along, and let's be real, there will always be challenges, you'll know that you have the strength and the resilience to overcome it. Maybe you've been working on a relationship, right? Like, pouring your heart and soul into it, trying to make it work. And maybe there were times when it felt like you were just banging your head against a wall. But you persevered, you communicated, you compromised, and now you're finally in a place where you feel truly connected and secure with your partner. You've built this beautiful bond of trust and understanding, and it's something to cherish. Or maybe it's a career thing, you know? Like, you've been working your butt off at your job, trying to climb the ladder, prove yourself. And maybe you faced setbacks, rejections, and moments of self-doubt. But you kept learning, you kept growing, and now you're finally getting the recognition you deserve. You've landed that promotion, you've gotten that raise, and you're feeling like all your hard work has finally paid off. But here's the thing, and this is really important. The Four of Wands isn't just about celebrating the good times. It's also about acknowledging the challenges that you've overcome to get here. It's about honoring your journey, your struggles, your growth. Because without those experiences, you wouldn't be the person you are today. So, take a moment to appreciate everything you've accomplished. Acknowledge the obstacles you've overcome, the lessons you've learned, and the strength you've gained. And remember that you deserve to be happy, you deserve to feel secure, and you deserve to celebrate your wins. Like, seriously, throw a party. Invite your friends, your family, your loved ones. Dance, sing, laugh, and just revel in the joy of this moment. Because you earned it, you absolutely earned it. And this feeling of stability and security, it's not just for you. It's something that you can share with others. It's like you've created this space of love and support, and now you can open it up to the people in your life who need it most. You can be a source of strength and encouragement for them, helping them to build their own foundations and create their own celebrations. Okay, so you've built this amazing foundation, you're feeling secure and stable, and you're ready to celebrate. But what happens next? Well, that's where the Wheel of Fortune comes in. And let me tell you, this is where things get really interesting. Because the Wheel of Fortune is all about change, destiny, and the cyclical nature of life. It's that reminder that nothing stays the same forever, that everything is constantly in motion, and that what goes up must come down. But it's not necessarily a bad thing, you know? It's just a reminder that life is full of ups and downs, twists and turns, and that we have to be willing to adapt and go with the flow. Like, imagine you're sitting on top of a Ferris wheel, right? You're at the highest point, you've got this amazing view, and you're feeling on top of the world. But you know that eventually, the wheel is going to turn, and you're going to start going down. And that can be a little scary, right? But it's also exciting, because you know that there's a whole new perspective waiting for you on the other side. The Wheel of Fortune is like that. It's that moment when you realize that things are about to change, whether you're ready for it or not. And it can be a little unsettling, especially when you're feeling comfortable and secure in your current situation. But it's also an opportunity for growth, for transformation, and for new beginnings. And because we have the theme of ancient echoes, releasing generational patterns, I'm really feeling like this Wheel of Fortune is tied to some karmic stuff, you know. Like maybe you're breaking free from patterns that have been holding you back for generations. Maybe you're finally stepping into your own power and creating a new destiny for yourself. Think about it like this. Maybe your family has a history of, like, always playing it safe, you know? Like, never taking risks, never pursuing their dreams, always settling for the status quo. And maybe you've always felt this pressure to conform, to follow in their footsteps. But deep down, you know that you're meant for something more. You're meant to break free from those limitations and create your own path. And that's what the Wheel of Fortune is all about. It's about recognizing those old patterns, those limiting beliefs, and choosing to release them. It's about taking a leap of faith and trusting that the universe has your back. Maybe you're realizing that the career path you've been on for years just isn't fulfilling you anymore. Maybe you're feeling this deep longing to do something different, something more aligned with your passions and your purpose. And the Wheel of Fortune is telling you that it's time to listen to that inner voice, to take that chance, and to pursue your dreams. Or maybe it's a relationship thing, you know? Maybe you're realizing that the relationship you're in just isn't serving you anymore. Maybe you're feeling trapped, suffocated, and like you're not able to be your true self. And the Wheel of Fortune is telling you that it's time to let go, to move on, and to create space for a relationship that truly nourishes your soul. But here's the thing. The Wheel of Fortune isn't just about luck, good or bad. It's about taking responsibility for your own life and making conscious choices that align with your highest good. It's about understanding that you have the power to shape your own destiny, regardless of what the universe throws your way. Like, even when things seem chaotic and unpredictable, you can still choose how you respond. You can choose to be a victim of circumstance, or you can choose to be a master of your own fate. You can choose to cling to the past, or you can choose to embrace the future with open arms. And that's where the Page of Cups comes in. Oh my God, this is so exciting. Because the Page of Cups is all about new beginnings, creativity, and emotional openness. It's that fresh, innocent energy that's ready to explore a whole new world of possibilities. It's like, after all the changes and transformations that you've been through, you're finally ready to embrace your inner child and rediscover your sense of wonder and awe. You know, after the Wheel of Fortune shakes things up, and things are maybe a little chaotic, this Page of Cups is like a breath of fresh air. It's a reminder that even in the midst of change, there's always room for joy, for creativity, and for love. It's like the universe is saying, okay, you've released the old, now it's time to create something new. Think about a blank canvas, right? Like, after you've cleared away all the clutter and the old paint, you're left with this pristine surface that's just waiting to be filled with color and imagination. The Page of Cups is like that blank canvas. It's the opportunity to express yourself in new and exciting ways, to explore your passions, and to create something beautiful and meaningful. Maybe you've always wanted to write a book, you know? Or learn to play a musical instrument, or start your own business. The Page of Cups is telling you that now is the time to go for it, to embrace your creativity, to trust your intuition, and to just see where it takes you. Or maybe it's about opening yourself up to new relationships, new connections, and new experiences. Maybe you've been hurt in the past, and you've been afraid to let your guard down. But the Page of Cups is encouraging you to be vulnerable, to be open, and to trust that there are people out there who will love and support you for who you are. Like, imagine you're walking along the beach, right? and you see this beautiful seashell lying in the sand. You pick it up, you hold it to your ear, and you hear the ocean inside. The Page of Cups is like that seashell. It's a reminder that there's magic and wonder all around you, just waiting to be discovered. And the thing is, this isn't just about being creative or open-minded. It's about connecting with your emotions, with your intuition, and with your inner self. It's about allowing yourself to feel, to express, and to just be authentically you. Because when you're in touch with your emotions, you're in touch with your power. You're able to create a life that's truly aligned with your values and your desires. Like, seriously, don't be afraid to be a little weird, a little quirky, a little different. Embrace your unique gifts, your unique talents, and your unique perspective, because that's what makes you special. That's what makes you beautiful. And this Page of Cups energy, it's not just for you. It's something that you can share with the world. It's like you've tapped into this wellspring of creativity and inspiration, and now you can use it to uplift, to inspire, and to heal others. So go out there and create something amazing. Write that book, paint that picture, sing that song, start that business. Share your gifts with the world and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Because you are a creator, you are a visionary, and you have the power to manifest your dreams into reality. And that, my friend, is something truly worth celebrating. Now let's see what's next, because I am, on the edge of my seat here. Okay, here we go, and now we have the Eight of Cups. Oh wow, okay. So, this is interesting, especially after the Page of Cups, right? Because the Eight of Cups, it's all about walking away. It's about leaving something behind, even if it seems good on the surface, to go searching for something deeper, something more fulfilling. It's got that transformative agate dragon energy. It's ancient echoes, it's leaving behind what your ancestors told you that you should want. It's about realizing that what you thought you wanted, what you thought would make you happy, just isn't cutting it anymore. And that takes, serious guts, right? Because think about it, we had that Four of Wands. Everything felt stable, secure, like you built this amazing foundation. And then the Wheel of Fortune comes along and shakes things up, and the Page of Cups is okay, new beginnings, let's get creative. But the Eight of Cups is hold on a second. Is this really what I want to create? Is this foundation really solid, or is it built on something that doesn't align with my soul? It's like you're standing there, looking at these 8 cups, and they might even look beautiful, right? They might represent a relationship, a job, a lifestyle that seems perfect from the outside. But something's missing. You're feeling this emptiness, this yearning for something more, something authentic. And it's like your soul is saying, girl, we gotta go. This ain't it. And it's so connected to that theme, ancient echoes, releasing generational patterns. It's like you're walking away from what everyone expected you to want. So you turn your back on those cups and you start walking towards the unknown. It's scary as hell, right? Because you don't know what you're going to find. You don't know if you're making the right decision. But you know that you can't stay where you are. You have to honor that inner voice, that inner knowing, that's telling you there's something more out there for you. That's huge. Maybe it's a job, right? You've been working at this company for years, you've climbed the ladder, you're making good money, but you're feeling completely drained and unfulfilled. You dread going to work every day, you're constantly stressed, and you feel like you're not using your talents and your passions. So you start thinking, okay, maybe it's time for a change. But it's scary, right? Because you've got bills to pay, you've got responsibilities. What if you can't find another job? What if you're making a mistake? But then you realize that your happiness, your well-being, is more important than money or status. And you decide to take the leap. You put in your notice, and you start searching for a job that aligns with your values, that excites you, that makes you feel alive. Or maybe it's a relationship, You've been with this person for a long time, you love them, but you're starting to realize that you're growing apart. You have different goals, different values, and you're not able to communicate effectively anymore. You're feeling lonely, disconnected, and like you're not being seen or heard. So you start thinking, okay, maybe it's time to move on. And that's even scarier, right? Because you've invested so much time and energy into this relationship. You've built a life together. What will your friends and family think? Will you ever find someone else? But then you realize that you deserve to be with someone who truly loves and supports you, someone who makes you feel happy and fulfilled. And you decide to have that difficult conversation. You break up and you start healing and moving on. Or maybe it's a dream, you know? Like, you've been pursuing this goal for years, you've put in so much effort, but you're starting to realize that it's not what you thought it would be. You're feeling disappointed, disillusioned, and like you're wasting your time. So, you start thinking, okay, maybe it's time to let go. And that can be the hardest thing of all, right? Because you've sacrificed so much for this dream. You've given up other opportunities, you've ignored your own needs. What will people think if you give up now? Will they think you're a failure? But then you realize that your happiness, your fulfillment, is more important than achieving this goal. And you decide to pivot. You let go of that dream, and you start exploring new possibilities. It's like, this card is all about recognizing when something isn't serving you anymore, and having the courage to walk away, even if it's scary, even if it's painful, even if it's unexpected. It's about honoring your own needs, your own desires, and your own truth. It's about trusting that the universe has something even better in store for you. And I think, like, with the agate dragon, it's really about transforming, you know? It's about shedding that old skin, releasing those old patterns, and stepping into a new version of yourself. A version that's more authentic, more aligned, and more empowered. Because think about it, when you walk away from something that isn't serving you, you're creating space for something new to come in. You're opening yourself up to new opportunities, new experiences, and new relationships. You're saying to the universe, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for something better. I'm ready for something that truly aligns with my soul. And that takes a lot of trust, right? Because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know where you're going to end up. But you have to trust that you're being guided, that you're being supported, and that everything is happening for your highest good. Like, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. You know, it's like that saying, when one door closes, another one opens. The Eight of Cups is about closing that door, even if it's hard, even if it's sad, because you know that there's a better door waiting for you. A door that leads to more joy, more love, more fulfillment. And it's not always easy to know when it's time to walk away, right? Sometimes we get so caught up in our routines, in our obligations, in our fears that we don't even realize that we're unhappy. We become numb, we become complacent, and we settle for less than we deserve. So, how do you know when it's time to walk away? Well, I think it's about paying attention to your feelings, to your intuition, to your body. Are you feeling drained, stressed, and unfulfilled? Are you constantly complaining, criticizing, and blaming others? Are you feeling like you're not living your true purpose? If the answer is yes, then it might be time to consider walking away. It might be time to reevaluate your priorities, to set new boundaries, and to create a life that truly aligns with your soul. And it's not about being selfish, right? It's not about abandoning your responsibilities or hurting other people. It's about honoring your own needs, your own desires, and your own truth. It's about recognizing that you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to take care of yourself first so that you can show up for others in a more meaningful way. Like, think of it like this, you're on an airplane and the flight attendant is giving the safety instructions. She says, in the event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down. Please secure your own mask before assisting others. The Eight of Cups is like that oxygen mask. It's about taking care of yourself first so that you can then help others. It's about recognizing that you can't save anyone else if you're drowning yourself. So, if you're feeling called to walk away from something, trust that inner voice. Trust that intuition. Trust that you're being guided towards something better, even if it's scary, even if it's uncertain, even if it's unexpected, because the universe has your back. The agate dragon is transforming you. And you're on your way to creating a life that's more authentic, more aligned, and more fulfilling than you ever thought possible. Wow, okay. So, like, where are you walking to? Like, what's next on this journey? I'm so excited to see what the next cards reveal, because this feels like a huge turning point. Okay. So, after all that releasing and walking away, bam, we get the Knight of Wands. Oh my god, this is like such a different energy than the Eight of Cups, right? Like, we go from this introspective, almost melancholic vibe to like full and fiery action. So the Knight of Wands, he's all about passion, adventure, and just like going for it, you know. Like no hesitation, no second guessing, just pure, unadulterated enthusiasm. I'm getting the chills just thinking about how this is playing out. He's the kind of guy who sees something he wants and just charges straight ahead, consequences be damned. And with the Agate dragon, that transformative energy, I feel like this Knight of Wands is not just about random action, but about taking decisive action to, create real change in your life, you know? It's like all that releasing with the Eight of Cups has cleared the path, and now the Knight of Wands is ready to, ride in and claim what's rightfully yours. But here's the thing, and this is super important. We gotta remember what came before, right? Because we had that Four of Wands, that feeling of stability, and then the Wheel of Fortune kind of shook things up, and then we had the Page of Cups with new beginnings and that energy. But then the Eight of Cups came along, and it was like, wait a minute, is this foundation really what I want? So now, with the Knight of Wands, we have to ask ourselves, is this passion aligned with your true self, or is it just a distraction from the real work you need to do? You know what I mean? Are you charging forward towards something that truly fulfills you, or are you just running away from something that scares you? Because the Knight of Wands can be a little impulsive, a little reckless, you know? He's so focused on the goal that he might not always see the obstacles in his path. So, we need to be careful here, okay? We need to make sure that this action is grounded in intention and that it's not just a knee-jerk reaction to the discomfort of the Eight of Cups. On the one hand, this could be amazing. This could be you finally saying, okay, I'm done with this old life, I'm done with these limiting beliefs, I'm done with playing it safe. I'm going to pursue my dreams, I'm going to take risks, and I'm going to live life to the fullest. Maybe you've been feeling stuck in a rut, right? You've been going through the motions, doing what's expected of you, but you're not really feeling alive. And the Knight of Wands is coming in to shake things up, to ignite that fire within you, to remind you that you're capable of so much more. Maybe you've always wanted to travel the world, right? You've been dreaming about exotic destinations, about experiencing different cultures, about just breaking free from the mundane. And the Knight of Wands is giving you that push you need to finally book that ticket, to pack your bags, and to embark on that adventure of a lifetime. Or maybe you've been wanting to start your own business, you know. You've got this amazing idea, this passion project that you just know is going to be huge. But you've been holding back, you've been doubting yourself, you've been afraid of failure. And the Knight of Wands is saying, no more, it's time to take the leap. It's time to invest in yourself, to put your heart and soul into this project, and to make your dreams a reality. This could be amazing and liberating. But on the other hand, we also have to consider the shadow side of the Knight of Wands, right? Because he can be a little bit of a hothead, a little bit of a drama queen, you know? He can be so focused on his own goals that he forgets to consider the feelings of others. He can be impatient, impulsive, and even a little bit arrogant. So, we need to make sure that this energy is channeled in a positive way, okay? We need to make sure that you're not just bulldozing your way through life, leaving a trail of broken hearts and burnt bridges in your wake. Maybe you're so excited about this new opportunity, this new relationship, this new adventure that you're completely ignoring the red flags, you know. You're so caught up in the excitement that you're not seeing the potential problems, the potential pitfalls. And that can lead to some serious heartache down the road. Or maybe you're so determined to prove yourself, to achieve your goals, to be successful that you're pushing yourself too hard, you're burning the candle at both ends, and you're neglecting your own well-being. And that can lead to burnout, exhaustion, and even illness. So, we need to find that balance, okay? We need to embrace the Knight of Wands' passion and enthusiasm, but we also need to temper it with wisdom, with caution, and with a healthy dose of self-awareness. We need to make sure that you're not just running headfirst into a brick wall. And with the theme of ancient echoes, releasing generational patterns, I'm really feeling like this Knight of Wands is about breaking free from those old, limiting beliefs that have been passed down through your family, you know? Maybe your family has always been risk-averse, right? They've always played it safe, they've always prioritized security over passion. And you've always felt this pressure to conform, to follow in their footsteps. But deep down, you know that you're meant for something more. You're meant to be a trailblazer, a pioneer, a free spirit. And the Knight of Wands is giving you the courage to finally break free from those expectations, to defy those limitations, and to create your own path, even if it's scary, even if it's unconventional, even if it's completely different from what your family expects. This could be really powerful if you take it in the right direction. It could be time to leave behind the old patterns. So, what do you do with this energy? Well, first of all, I think it's important to get clear on your intentions, okay? Like, before you go charging off into the sunset, take a moment to really reflect on what you want to achieve, why you want to achieve it, and how you want to achieve it. Make sure that your goals are aligned with your values, with your passions, and with your soul. And then, once you're clear on your intentions, create a plan, okay? Don't just rely on impulse and intuition. Take some time to strategize, to research, and to prepare for the challenges that might lie ahead. And finally, remember to stay grounded, okay? Don't let the excitement of the moment carry you away. Stay connected to your body, to your breath, and to your inner wisdom. Practice mindfulness, meditate, spend time in nature, do whatever it takes to stay present and centered. Because when you're grounded, you're better able to navigate the ups and downs of life, and you're more likely to make wise and aligned decisions. Okay, so the Knight of Wands is charging forward, ready to take on the world. But what's waiting for him on the road ahead? Is he going to find success and fulfillment, or is he going to stumble and fall? Oh my God, I'm so excited to see what the next card reveals. Because this feels like a really pivotal moment, you know? Like, the choices you make now are going to have a huge impact on your future. So, let's see what the universe has in store for you, my friend. I'm so ready. Okay, wow, so after that fiery Knight of Wands energy, we get the King of Pentacles. Oh my God, what a shift. So like the Knight of Wands was all about, charging forward, taking risks, and just going for it. But the King of Pentacles is a totally different vibe, right? He's like calm, steady, secure, and totally in control. He's all about building something lasting, creating abundance, and being a provider. He's the kind of guy who's got his stuff together, who knows what he wants, and who's not afraid to work hard to get it. I'm seriously getting the chills right now. This is going to be good. But okay, so how does this King of Pentacles connect to everything we've seen so far? Because we started with that Four of Wands, which was all about stability and security, right? And then the Wheel of Fortune came along and shook things up, which led to that Page of Cups, that fresh, new beginning energy. But then, bam, the Eight of Cups, walking away from something that wasn't serving you. And then the Knight of Wands, running headfirst into something new. So, is the King of Pentacles the destination that the Knight of Wands is charging towards? Or is he, a detour? Is he a temptation to go back to that Four of Wands energy of stability, even if it's not truly fulfilling? Because, remember, we walked away from some cups. That's the big question here, I think. Maybe the King of Pentacles represents the kind of security you're ultimately seeking, but it has to be built on a foundation that's aligned with your true self, not just some old, outdated idea of what success looks like. It's okay, imagine the Knight of Wands is this young entrepreneur, right? He's got this brilliant idea, he's passionate, he's driven, but he's also a little bit reckless, He's so focused on the big picture that he sometimes forgets about the details. And then the King of Pentacles comes along, and he's like, okay, kid, I see your vision, I see your potential, but you need to slow down, you need to be strategic, and you need to build a solid foundation if you want this thing to last. He's the voice of experience, the voice of reason, but he also might be a little bit stuck in his ways, He might be resistant to new ideas, to innovation, to anything that challenges his established way of doing things. So, the Knight has to decide, how much of the King's advice to take and how much to trust his own instincts. He's got to figure out how to balance that fiery passion with grounded stability. And with the theme of ancient echoes, releasing generational patterns, I'm really feeling like this King of Pentacles could represent, the traditional idea of success that's been passed down through your family, The idea that you have to get a good job, buy a house, save for retirement, and play it safe. And maybe that's what your parents wanted for you, maybe that's what your grandparents wanted for you, but is it what you truly want? Is it aligned with your soul's purpose? Or is it just a comfortable cage that's keeping you from living your full potential. Because maybe, just maybe, the King of Pentacles is calling you to redefine success on your own terms, to create a new kind of legacy, one that's based on your passions, your values, and your unique gifts. Think about it like this. Maybe your family has always valued financial security above all else, right? Like they've always been afraid of taking risks, of stepping outside the box, of pursuing their dreams. And maybe you've always felt this pressure to conform, to follow in their footsteps, to choose a career path that's safe and stable, even if it doesn't light you up inside. But now, with the Knight of Wands energy coursing through your veins, you're starting to question those old beliefs. You're starting to wonder if there's more to life than just making money and accumulating possessions. You're starting to realize that true wealth isn't just about what you have, but about what you give, about the impact you make on the world, about the love and joy you experience along the way. So, the King of Pentacles is challenging you to create a new kind of wealth, a new kind of security, one that's based on your authentic self, your unique talents, and your unwavering commitment to living a life that's both prosperous and fulfilling. Okay, so let's get practical here, right? Like, how does this King of Pentacles energy play out in your everyday life? Let's say you're in your career, right? Maybe you've been working at the same company for years, you've climbed the ladder, you're making good money, but you're feeling unfulfilled, like you're not really making a difference. The King of Pentacles might be telling you that it's time to use your resources, your experience, and your connections to create something new, something that's aligned with your values and your passions. Maybe it's time to start your own business, to invest in a cause you believe in, or to mentor others who are just starting out. Or maybe it's about your relationships, right? Maybe you've been so focused on your career, on building your empire, that you've neglected your loved ones, you've lost touch with your friends, and you're feeling lonely and disconnected. The King of Pentacles might be reminding you that true wealth isn't just about money, but about the quality of your relationships, about the love and support you give and receive. Maybe it's time to prioritize your family, to reconnect with old friends, or to open your heart to new relationships. And what about your finances, right? Maybe you've been so focused on accumulating wealth, on saving for the future, that you're forgetting to enjoy the present moment. The King of Pentacles might be encouraging you to be more generous, to share your abundance with others, to invest in experiences that bring you joy and fulfillment. Maybe it's time to take that dream vacation, to donate to your favorite charity, or to simply treat yourself to something special. It's time to be smart, but generous. But okay, let's be real here, right? Because the King of Pentacles has a shadow side too, you know? He can be too materialistic, too stubborn, too controlling. He can get so caught up in building his empire that he forgets about the people he's supposed to be serving. He can become rigid, inflexible, and resistant to change. So, we need to be careful that you're not falling into that trap, okay? We need to make sure that you're not becoming so focused on money and possessions that you're losing sight of what truly matters in life. We need to make sure that you're not becoming so attached to your routines and your traditions that you're missing out on new opportunities and new experiences. Because the Agate dragon is all about transformation, and that means being willing to let go of what's no longer serving you, even if it's comfortable, even if it's familiar, even if it's what everyone expects you to do. It's easy to fall into a rut with this card. So, the Knight of Wands is out there, ready to take action, and now we've got this King of Pentacles energy to consider. Does this mean stability is on the horizon, or does it mean a potential detour from the true path? I have, no idea what's coming next, but I am so ready to find out. Seriously, what is going to happen? Okay. So after all of that, after the Knight of Wands and the King of Pentacles, and trying to figure out what direction to even go in, we've got the world. Oh my God. Okay, seriously, this is huge. So the world, it's the end of a cycle, it's completion, it's integration, you've reached the top of the mountain. You've learned all the lessons, you've overcome all the challenges, and now you're standing there, victorious, ready to, embrace the next chapter of your life. This is major. This isn't just a little win. This is, the ultimate win. This is the card that says, you did it, you freaking did it. But okay, let's rewind for a second, right? Because we've been on this whole journey together, starting with that Four of Wands, that feeling of stability and security. And then the Wheel of Fortune, totally shook things up, right? And then the Page of Cups came along with all that fresh, new, creative energy. But then we had the Eight of Cups, walking away from something that wasn't serving you, even though it seemed good on the surface. And then the Knight of Wands bursting in with all that passion and fire. And then that King of Pentacles, that grounded energy, trying to figure out how to balance passion and stability. And now, the World, it's all come full circle. It's like you've gone through this whole process of deconstructing your old life, releasing those old patterns, embracing your true self, and now you're finally ready to create something new, something amazing, something that's totally aligned with your soul's purpose. This is the culmination of everything. And with the theme of ancient echoes, releasing generational patterns, I'm really feeling like this World card is about, breaking free from those old karmic cycles, those patterns that have been holding you back for generations. It's like you've finally learned the lessons that your ancestors needed to learn, and now you're ready to create a new legacy, a legacy of love, of joy, of abundance, of freedom. Think about it, maybe your family has always struggled with, scarcity, with lack, with the belief that there's never enough. And maybe you've inherited that belief, Maybe you've been living your life from a place of fear, of anxiety, of constantly worrying about money. But now, with the World card, you're realizing that that's just a story that you can rewrite. You're realizing that abundance is your birthright, that the universe is always providing for you, and that you can create a life of financial freedom and security, not just for yourself, but for future generations. Or maybe your family has always had, relationship issues, right? Maybe there's a history of divorce, of infidelity, of unhealthy relationship patterns. And maybe you've been repeating those patterns in your own life, without even realizing it. But now, with the World card, you're recognizing those patterns, you're releasing them, and you're creating space for healthy, loving, fulfilling relationships. You're breaking the cycle. Or maybe it's about your career, right? Maybe your family has always pushed you to pursue a certain path, a path that's safe and stable, but not necessarily aligned with your passions. And maybe you've been feeling trapped, unfulfilled, you're not living your true purpose. But now, with the World card, you're finally giving yourself permission to pursue your dreams, to follow your heart, and to create a career that's both meaningful and lucrative. It's like you're saying, okay, I'm done with this old story. I'm done with these limiting beliefs. I'm done with playing small. I'm ready to step into my power, to embrace my full potential, and to create a life that's truly aligned with my soul's purpose. But okay, let's get a little more specific here, right? How does this World card energy actually play out in your life? Let's say, for example, that you've been working on a creative project, right? Maybe you've been writing a book, or painting a picture, or composing a song. And maybe you've been facing all sorts of challenges along the way, writer's block, self-doubt, and just general overwhelm. But now, with the World card, you're finally seeing the finish line. You're putting the final touches on your masterpiece, and you're feeling this incredible sense of accomplishment, of pride, of joy. And it's not just about finishing the project, it's about sharing it with the world. You're ready to, put your art out there, to let it touch people's lives, to inspire them, to heal them, to make them feel something. And that's huge. Or maybe it's about a relationship, right? Maybe you've been working on healing a relationship with a family member or with a romantic partner. And maybe it's been a long and difficult process, filled with misunderstandings, with hurt feelings, and with a lot of hard conversations. But now, with the World card, you're finally reaching a place of understanding, of forgiveness, of unconditional love. You're letting go of the past, you're embracing the present, and you're creating a future together that's based on trust, on respect, and on genuine connection. It's like you've both grown so much through the challenges. Or maybe it's about your own personal growth, right? Maybe you've been working on healing some deep wounds, some old traumas, some limiting beliefs that have been holding you back for years. And maybe it's been a painful process, filled with tears, with anger, and with a lot of self-reflection. But now, with the World card, you're finally reaching a place of peace, of acceptance, of self-love. You're realizing that you're worthy of happiness, of abundance, of all the good things that life has to offer. You're embracing your imperfections, you're celebrating your strengths, and you're stepping into your power as a whole, complete, and authentic human being. It's like you've finally integrated all the different parts of yourself, the light and the shadow, the good and the bad, the masculine and the feminine. And you're realizing that it's all part of what makes you who you are. And that's beautiful. But okay, let's not get too carried away here, right? Because the World card can also have a shadow side, you know. It can be about feeling like too complete, too finished, like there's nothing left to learn or to experience. It can be about getting complacent, about resting on your laurels, about losing that sense of wonder and curiosity that's so essential for growth. So, we need to be careful that you're not falling into that trap, okay? We need to make sure that you're not letting your ego get in the way, that you're not becoming arrogant or entitled, and that you're always staying open to new possibilities, to new perspectives, and to new challenges. Because the truth is, even though the World card represents the end of a cycle, it's also the beginning of a new one. It's like you've graduated from one level of the game, and now you're ready to move on to the next. And the next level is always going to be more challenging, more demanding, and more rewarding than the last. So, how do you stay grounded? How do you stay humble? And how do you stay open to growth, even when you've reached the top of the mountain? Well, I think it's about remembering that the journey is just as important as the destination. It's about appreciating all the lessons you've learned, all the challenges you've overcome, and all the people who have supported you along the way. It's about staying grateful, staying connected, and staying committed to living your life with purpose, with passion, and with unwavering love. And it's about recognizing that you're not alone on this journey, that you're part of something bigger than yourself, and that you have a responsibility to use your gifts, your talents, and your experiences to make the world a better place. Because the World card isn't just about personal fulfillment, it's about collective evolution. It's about creating a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive, to live their dreams, and to experience the joy of being fully alive. And you, my friend, you have a huge role to play in that. So, embrace this completion, embrace this integration, and embrace this new beginning with open arms. Because the universe is conspiring to support you, to guide you, and to shower you with blessings beyond your wildest dreams. Remember, Agate Dragon is all about transformation, and you are transforming. You're creating a new reality, a new legacy, and a new world not just for yourself, but for all of humanity. I'm seriously so excited for you. I can't even tell you. What an amazing journey, what an incredible reading. I am buzzing with excitement for what this means for you and what comes next. It's like you've got the world at your fingertips. Okay, so the world. I mean, seriously, you've reached this incredible point of completion, of integration, of breaking free from so much that's been holding you back. It's like all that hard work, all those challenges, all those leaps of faith have finally paid off. You've created this amazing life for yourself, this life that's aligned with your soul's purpose, and you're ready to share it with the world. I'm seriously so thrilled for you. You deserve all the happiness, all the abundance, and all the love that's coming your way. You really, really do. But okay, here's where it gets even more interesting, because now we have the Hanged Man. And I know, at first glance it might seem a little unexpected, right? After all that celebration and accomplishment, why are we suddenly hanging upside down? Is this a cosmic joke? Is the universe trying to, throw a wrench in your plans? Well, no, not at all. The Hanged Man isn't about punishment or sacrifice, it's about something much deeper, much more profound. It's about surrender, it's about shifting your perspective, and it's about seeing the world from a completely new angle. Seriously, think about it, you've reached the top of the mountain with the world, right? You've achieved this incredible level of success and fulfillment, and you're feeling totally on top of the world. But the Hanged Man is saying, okay, that's amazing. But don't get too attached to this view. Don't get too comfortable. There's still more to see, more to learn, and more to experience. But you have to be willing to let go of your old ways of thinking, your old beliefs, and your old patterns in order to see it. It's like you've been climbing this mountain for so long, and you've been so focused on reaching the summit that you haven't really had a chance to stop and look around, to appreciate the scenery, to connect with the people you've met along the way. The Hanged Man is giving you that opportunity. He's saying, hang out here for a while, just chill, surrender, and see what happens. You might be surprised at what you discover. This is the antithesis of the Knight of Wands, by the way. It's about not charging in. And with that theme of ancient echoes, releasing generational patterns, I'm really feeling like this Hanged Man is about, surrendering to the idea that you have to do things the way your family has always done them. It's about releasing those old expectations, those old limitations, and those old beliefs that have been holding you back for generations. Maybe your family has always valued, hard work and perseverance, right? They've always believed that you have to, grind and hustle and sacrifice in order to achieve your goals. And maybe you've been living your life according to that belief, pushing yourself to the limit, neglecting your own needs, and feeling constantly stressed and overwhelmed. But the Hanged Man is saying, okay, that's one way to do things. But what if there's another way? What if you could achieve your goals with more ease, more joy, and more flow? What if you could surrender to the process, trust the universe, and allow things to unfold naturally? It's like he's calling you to question everything you've ever been taught, everything you've ever believed, and everything you've ever taken for granted. He's challenging you to see the world from a completely new perspective, to embrace the unknown, and to trust that everything is happening for your highest good, even when it doesn't feel like it. Maybe you've always been told that you have to, follow a certain path in order to be successful, right? You have to go to college, get a good job, climb the corporate ladder, and retire with a comfortable pension. And maybe you've been trying to follow that path, even though it doesn't really light you up inside. But the Hanged Man is saying, okay, that's one option, but what if you could create your own path? What if you could follow your heart, pursue your passions, and create a life that's truly aligned with your soul's purpose? It's about surrendering to the idea that you don't have to do things the way everyone else is doing them. It's about giving yourself permission to be different, to be unique, and to be authentically you. It's about trusting your own intuition, your own inner guidance, and your own inner wisdom, even when it goes against the grain. It's linked to that Agate dragon transformational energy, trust me. So how do you actually do this? How do you surrender? How do you shift your perspective? And how do you embrace the unknown? Well, first of all, I think it's about getting really quiet, really still, and really present, try meditating, spending time in nature, journaling, or doing anything that helps you connect with your inner self. And ask yourself some really deep questions like, what do I truly want? What am I truly passionate about? What am I truly afraid of? And then, listen to the answers, without judgment, without criticism, and without trying to change anything. Just listen. Then, it's about being willing to let go of control. It's about surrendering to the idea that you can't control everything, that you can't predict the future, and that you can't always get what you want. But it's also about trusting that the universe has your back, that everything is happening for a reason, and that you're always being guided towards your highest good, even when it doesn't feel like it. It's like you're floating down a river, right? And you can try to control every little detail, like paddling upstream, fighting against the current, and trying to steer the boat in a certain direction. But that's just going to exhaust you, frustrate you, and ultimately lead you to nowhere. Or you can surrender to the flow of the river, trust that it knows where it's going, and allow it to carry you along on its journey. You might end up in a place that you never expected, but it's probably exactly where you need to be. And finally, it's about embracing the unknown with curiosity, with excitement, and with a sense of adventure. It's about seeing every challenge as an opportunity for growth, every setback as a chance to learn, and every obstacle as a stepping stone on your path to success. You know. The Agate dragon is whispering, transform. Transform again. Remember that Four of Wands, that stability? Well, now you're being asked to see it upside down. Remember that King of Pentacles? You're being asked to surrender your ideas about what that even means. It's like you're an explorer, right? And you're venturing into uncharted territory with no map, no compass, and no guarantee of success. but you're also filled with a sense of wonder, a sense of possibility, and a sense of knowing that anything is possible. And that, my friend, is the magic of the Hanged Man. It's not about sacrifice, it's about transformation. It's not about giving up, it's about leveling up. It's about seeing the world from a completely new perspective and embracing the unknown with open arms. So, embrace this surrender, embrace this shift in perspective, and embrace this new chapter of your life with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your being. Because you are ready, you are capable, and you are worthy of all the amazing things that are coming your way. I am seriously so excited to see what you create. Okay, Pile 3, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to your reading. With your Carnelian angel crystal, we are already feeling this beautiful harmonizing energy, which perfectly complements our theme: sacred spark, rekindling passion, and purpose. Ooh, that's exciting, so let's dive right into these cards you have. Temperance, 3 of Pentacles, and, oh my, the Devil. Now, this is a very interesting combination, and I'm already getting so many thoughts. First, let's talk about Temperance. Temperance is all about balance, harmony, and finding that middle ground. You know, like Goldilocks, not too hot, not too cold, just right. I feel like for a lot of you, this card is showing up because you've been feeling a little bit off-kilter, maybe. Like things haven't been flowing as smoothly as you'd like. Maybe there's been some friction in your relationships, or you've been struggling to find that inner peace, you know? It's like you are pulled in 2 directions, and it is just hard to stay standing. You know what I mean? This could be about balancing your work life and your personal life. Maybe you've been pouring all your energy into your career, and your relationships have been suffering. Or maybe you've been so focused on taking care of others that you've neglected your own needs. Temperance is like a gentle nudge, reminding you that you can't pour from an empty cup. You need to find that equilibrium, that sweet spot where you're nurturing all aspects of your life. Otherwise, you're going to burn out, babe. I have been there, so I know. And it's not just about external balance, it's also about internal balance. You know, the Temperance card often represents the integration of different parts of yourself. Maybe you have been suppressing certain emotions or denying certain aspects of your personality. Like maybe you've been trying to be the good girl or the strong man all the time, but you're ignoring your own needs and desires. It's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to be imperfect, it's okay to have needs. Temperance is inviting you to embrace all of who you are, the light and the dark, and to find that harmony within. This might also be showing up for some of you as a need to heal old wounds. Like, maybe you've been carrying around some baggage from the past, and it's been affecting your present relationships. Temperance is reminding you that healing is possible. Forgiveness is possible. You can't change what happened in the past, but you can change how you relate to it. You can choose to release the pain and move forward with a lighter heart. And it's interesting that this card is showing up in the context of sacred spark, rekindling passion and purpose. Because when you're out of balance, it's really hard to feel passionate or purposeful, right? It's like your energy is scattered, and you're not able to focus on what truly matters to you. But when you find that equilibrium, when you're nurturing all aspects of yourself, that's when your passion ignites. That's when you start to feel that sense of purpose again. So, really focus on this balance for yourself. Okay, so that's Temperance. Now, let's move on to the 3 of Pentacles. Ooh, this is exciting. The 3 of Pentacles is all about collaboration, teamwork, and recognition of your skills. This card is showing up to tell you that doors are opening for you, opportunities are coming your way, especially in areas where you can work with others. You're coming into balance, and now it's time to use that balance to build. This could be in a career context. Maybe you're going to be working on a new project with a team of people, and everyone is going to be bringing their unique skills and talents to the table. This is a chance for you to shine, Pile 3, to show off what you're good at, and to be recognized for your contributions. Don't be afraid to speak up, share your ideas, and let your light shine. Or maybe this isn't about a specific project, but more about your overall career path. Maybe you're feeling called to collaborate with others in a new way. Maybe you're thinking about starting a business with a partner or joining a professional organization where you can network and learn from others. The 3 of Pentacles is telling you that collaboration is the key to your success right now. And it's not just about your career, this could also be in your personal life. Maybe you're going to be working with your partner on a home renovation project or planning a big event together. The Three of Pentacles is reminding you that you're a team and you can accomplish so much more when you work together. Or maybe this is about finding a mentor or a teacher who can help you develop your skills and talents. Someone who can guide you on your path and help you reach your full potential. Don't be afraid to seek out support from others, Pile 3. You don't have to do it all alone. I think that's what I love most about these readings, is that we really don't have to be alone. But here's the thing, and this is really important. The Three of Pentacles isn't just about working with anyone. It's about working with people who respect you, who value your contributions, and who are aligned with your vision. You don't want to be stuck in a situation where you're doing all the work and not getting any credit, or where you're working with people who are constantly putting you down. Choose your collaborators wisely, Pile 3. And it's also important to remember that the Three of Pentacles is about more than just teamwork. It's about mastery. It's about honing your skills and becoming an expert in your field. This card is inviting you to invest in yourself, to take classes, to read books, to practice your craft. The more you develop your skills, the more valuable you become, and the more opportunities will come your way. You know, a lot of times, we think that success is all about luck or about who you know. But the Three of Pentacles reminds us that hard work, dedication, and collaboration are just as important. You can't just sit around waiting for opportunities to fall into your lap. You have to put in the effort, you have to develop your skills, and you have to be willing to work with others. And it's so connected to the sacred spark theme, you know. Like when you're working with others, and you're all bringing your unique talents to the table, it can be such an inspiring and energizing experience. It's like your passion is amplified, and you're able to create something truly amazing. That sacred spark is really ignited when you find people to create with. Okay, so we've got Temperance, finding balance, opening the door to the Three of Pentacles, collaboration and recognition, and then the Devil. Oh boy. Now, don't freak out, Pile 3. The Devil isn't always a bad card. It's not like doom and gloom, your life is over. But it is a warning. It's a reminder that there are potential pitfalls on your path and you need to be aware of them. I like to think about the Devil as like a check engine light. It's not necessarily a catastrophe, but you better take a look under the hood. The Devil card often represents unhealthy attachments, limiting beliefs, and destructive patterns. It's about the things that are holding you back from your full potential, the chains that are binding you. And sometimes, these chains are invisible, and we don't even realize they're there. This could be about an unhealthy relationship. Maybe you're in a relationship where you're being controlled or manipulated, or where you're constantly sacrificing your own needs for the sake of the other person. The Devil is reminding you that you deserve to be treated with respect and love, and you don't have to stay in a situation that's making you unhappy. This can be a relationship with a partner, with a friend, or with a family member. It can even be a business relationship. No matter what it is, ask yourself what you are truly getting from it. Or maybe this is about a limiting belief that's holding you back. Maybe you believe that you're not good enough, or that you don't deserve success, or that you're not worthy of love. The Devil is inviting you to challenge these beliefs, to question them, and to replace them with more empowering thoughts. You know, a lot of times, these limiting beliefs are rooted in our past experiences. Maybe you had a negative experience as a child, and you internalized that experience as a belief about yourself. The Devil is reminding you that you're not defined by your past. You can choose to release those old beliefs and create a new story for yourself. And it's so interesting that this card is showing up after the Three of Pentacles. Because sometimes, those collaborative opportunities can come with strings attached. Maybe you're working with someone who's trying to take advantage of you, or who's not being honest with you. The Devil is reminding you to be discerning, to trust your intuition, and to not be afraid to walk away from a situation that doesn't feel right. This could also be about addictive behaviors. Maybe you're relying on substances, or on food, or on social media to numb your feelings or to escape from your problems. The Devil is inviting you to look at these behaviors and to ask yourself what you're really trying to avoid. What are you trying to numb? What are you trying to escape from? Are you using these things to fill a void in your life? But here's the thing about the devil. It's not about blaming yourself. It's not about feeling guilty or ashamed. It's about awareness. It's about recognizing the patterns that are holding you back and choosing to break free from them. The devil is also about temptation. I cannot forget that. It can be about indulging in things that aren't necessarily good for you, but they feel good in the moment. So, you could be tempted to stray, to cheat, to lie, or to steal. This doesn't necessarily mean physical cheating, but it could mean that you are tempted to go behind someone's back at work, or maybe you start flirting with someone when you know you shouldn't. And this can tie into your sacred spark, because sometimes we think that passion and purpose have to be serious and intense, but the devil reminds us that pleasure and indulgence can also be a part of a fulfilling life. It's about finding that balance again. It's about enjoying the good things in life without letting them control you. You know, everything in moderation. So, pile 3, your cards are telling a story about finding balance, opening yourself up to collaboration, but being aware of the potential pitfalls along the way. It's about recognizing your limiting beliefs, breaking free from unhealthy attachments, and making conscious choices that align with your highest good. It's about staying mindful of your choices as you work with others. It's about knowing when to hold them and knowing when to fold them. And it's about knowing when to walk away and knowing when to run. It is a powerful combination, and with the harmonizing energy of the Carnelian angel, you have the strength and wisdom to navigate these challenges and rekindle that sacred spark within. So, are you ready to dive deeper? Because I definitely am. Okay, wow, this is getting so good. So we've got the Temperance, the Three of Pentacles, the Devil, and now, oh my gosh, the Queen of Wands. Okay, pile 3, this is exciting. This is like a powerful woman stepping into her power, her confidence, her passion. I feel like this is the energy that you are being called into. So the Queen of Wands, first of all, she is like the embodiment of fiery feminine energy, you know? She is confident, she is independent, she is creative, she is not afraid to go after what she wants. Like, this woman knows her worth, and she is not going to settle for anything less. I always think of her as someone who just lights up a room, you know? Like, she has this magnetic energy that just draws people to her. She's inspiring, she's charismatic, and she just has this zest for life that is contagious. And I feel like that harmonizing energy of the Carnelian angel is just amplifying this. You are being called to step into that queen energy, to embrace your inner fire, to own your power, and to just shine, pile 3. But you know, it's interesting because we have Temperance here, right? So, it's not just about being fiery and passionate, it's about finding that balance. The Queen of Wands can sometimes be a little bit impulsive, maybe? Like, she can get so caught up in her passions that she forgets to think things through. So, Temperance is reminding you to temper that fire with a little bit of practicality, a little bit of groundedness. It's about finding that sweet spot where you're still passionate and driven, but you're also making smart, strategic choices. It's about really channeling the energy, you know? And then we have the Three of Pentacles. So, this Queen of Wands energy, when channeled correctly, can be amazing for collaboration. Because she is so inspiring and charismatic, people are naturally drawn to her, and they want to work with her. She's a natural leader, and she knows how to bring people together to achieve a common goal. But again, we have to be careful because the devil is lurking here. The Queen of Wands can sometimes be a little bit domineering, maybe. Like, she can get so caught up in her own vision that she forgets to listen to other people's ideas. Or she might try to control the situation, to manipulate things to get her way. The devil is reminding you to check yourself, pile 3. Make sure you're not being too bossy, too controlling. Make sure you're truly collaborating with others and not just using them to achieve your own ends. You want to be a queen that brings others up, not one that steps on them to get to the top, you know? That Carnelian angel energy is there to help you harmonize your interactions, to make sure that you are leading with integrity and kindness. And speaking of the devil, let's talk about how the Queen of Wands deals with temptation and those unhealthy attachments. Because, you know, the Queen of Wands is all about pleasure, about enjoying life to the fullest. She loves to indulge in the finer things, she loves to have fun, she loves to be surrounded by beauty and luxury, but she can also be prone to Excess, maybe. Like she can get so caught up in the pursuit of pleasure that she forgets about her responsibilities. Or she might become addicted to certain things, like shopping or partying or even relationships. The devil is reminding you to be mindful of your indulgences, pile 3. Make sure you're not using them to numb your feelings or to escape from your problems. Make sure you're not sacrificing your long-term well-being for short-term pleasure. It's all about moderation again. It's about enjoying the good things in life without letting them control you. But here's the thing that is really coming through for me. The Queen of Wands is also about breaking free from those chains that the devil represents. She's about saying no to the things that are holding you back, about reclaiming your power and your freedom. So, if you're in an unhealthy relationship, the Queen of Wands is giving you the courage to walk away. If you have a limiting belief that's holding you back, she's giving you the strength to challenge it and to replace it with a more empowering thought. She is a force of nature, and she is not afraid to stand up for what she believes in. You are shedding old skin, those old patterns, and you are walking into the fire, babe. This could be about your career. Maybe you've been feeling stuck in a job that doesn't fulfill you, or where you're not being appreciated. The Queen of Wands is telling you that it's time to take charge of your career path, to go after what you truly want, even if it means taking a risk. Maybe it's time to start your own business, or to pursue a new career path that aligns more with your passions. The Three of Pentacles is reminding you that collaboration can be key here. Don't be afraid to seek out mentors or partners who can help you achieve your goals. But the devil is warning you to be careful who you trust. Make sure you're working with people who have your best interests at heart and who aren't trying to take advantage of you. Don't be afraid to say no, pile 3. Your harmonizing Carnelian angel will help you navigate those tricky situations. Or maybe this is about your personal life. Maybe you've been feeling like you're not living up to your full potential, or that you're not expressing your true self. The Queen of Wands is inviting you to embrace your passions, to pursue your hobbies, and to connect with people who inspire you. Maybe it's time to take that dance class you've always wanted to take, or to join a hiking group, or to start painting again. The possibilities are endless. The devil is reminding you to be mindful of your relationships. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who support you and uplift you, and who aren't draining your energy. If there are toxic relationships in your life, it's time to let them go. You deserve to be with people who celebrate you for who you are. And this all ties back into that sacred spark theme, doesn't it? The Queen of Wands is all about rekindling that passion and purpose within you. She's about reminding you that you are a powerful, creative being, and that you have the ability to create the life you desire. When you step into your queen energy, when you embrace your passions and your confidence, that's when your sacred spark truly ignites. That's when you start to feel that sense of purpose again, that feeling that you're here to make a difference in the world. It is a powerful card, especially where you are now. But it's not just about feeling good, it's also about taking action. The Queen of Wands is a doer, she is a manifester. She doesn't just sit around and wait for things to happen, she makes them happen. So, what are you going to do, pile 3? How are you going to step into your queen energy and rekindle that sacred spark within you? What action are you going to take today, this week, this month to create the life you desire? I feel like this is a call to action, to stop just thinking about it, to stop just dreaming about it, and to actually start doing it. And it's not about perfection either. It's about progress. The Queen of Wands isn't perfect, she makes mistakes, she has flaws, but she doesn't let that stop her. She learns from her mistakes, she grows from her experiences, and she keeps moving forward. The important thing is that you are trying, that you are putting in the effort, and that you are staying true to yourself. Your Carnelian angel is there to keep you harmonized and balanced, so you don't burn out or get discouraged. You are supported, you are loved, and you are capable of amazing things. This is about stepping into your power, embracing your passions, and creating a life that is aligned with your soul's purpose. And that devil card, it's not there to scare you, it's there to remind you to be mindful, to be aware, and to make conscious choices that support your highest good. You have the strength, the wisdom, and the power to overcome any challenges that come your way. You are a queen, pile 3, and it's time to start acting like one, so think about that. with everything we have discussed so far, what is coming next? Oh, I am so excited to see. Okay, wow, this is gonna be good. We have Temperance, Three of Pentacles, the Devil, the Queen of Wands, and now, the Seven of Cups. Ooh, pile 3, this is interesting. This is like a lot of choices, a lot of options, maybe even a little bit of confusion. So the Seven of Cups, first of all, it's like a card of possibilities, right? Like you have all these different cups in front of you, and each one is filled with something different. Could be wealth, could be love, could be success, could be anything your heart desires. But here's the catch. It's not always what it seems. Like, some of these cups might be filled with illusions, with fantasies, with things that are just too good to be true. And it's up to you to figure out which ones are real and which ones are fake. That is the key here, pile 3. You are being faced with choices, big choices, and it isn't going to be obvious which is the right way to go. It makes me think about the balance that you are trying to find with the Temperance card, you know. It is so easy to get distracted, especially because you are so open to collaboration with the Three of Pentacles. Like, you are working with new people and seeing new opportunities, and you're probably thinking, oh, I could do that, or maybe I should go this way. It is easy to get excited, especially with that Queen of Wands energy coursing through you. It is like you can do anything. But then the Devil is there lurking, ready to tempt you with the shiny objects, the things that seem amazing but might actually lead you down the wrong path. Maybe there is someone you are working with that is showing you all of these amazing opportunities that honestly sound a little too good to be true. It is like that little voice inside your head is telling you to be careful, but it is so hard to resist the temptation. You have to really tune into your intuition here. It's like the universe is presenting you with all these different paths, and it's up to you to choose the one that's right for you. But how do you know which one to choose? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? One way to look at it is to connect it to that Queen of Wands energy. Remember how she is all about passion and purpose? Well, maybe the cups that are aligned with your true passions are the ones that are worth pursuing. The cups that are just shiny distractions, the ones that don't really resonate with your soul, those are the ones you need to let go of. It is so easy to get caught up in fantasies, in daydreams, especially when you are feeling inspired and creative. The Seven of Cups can represent a time when your imagination is running wild, when you are envisioning all sorts of amazing possibilities for your life. And that is a beautiful thing. But it is also important to stay grounded, to stay connected to reality. It's about discerning between what is a genuine opportunity and what is just a fleeting illusion. Maybe you are dreaming of starting your own business, of writing a book, of traveling the world. And those are all wonderful dreams to have. But it is also important to ask yourself, am I really willing to put in the work to make these dreams a reality? Or am I just fantasizing about the end result without really considering the steps it will take to get there? Sometimes, the Seven of Cups can indicate a lack of focus. You have so many different ideas swirling around in your head that you can't seem to commit to any one of them. You are jumping from one thing to another, never really making any progress. It's like you are trying to juggle too many balls at once, and eventually, you are going to drop them all. The key here is to narrow your focus, to choose one or two things that you are truly passionate about, and to put all your energy into those things. Don't spread yourself too thin, pile 3. It is also possible that the Seven of Cups is showing up because you are avoiding making a decision. You are presented with a choice, but you are so afraid of making the wrong choice that you are just avoiding the situation altogether. You're hoping that if you ignore it long enough, it will just go away. But the problem is, the longer you wait, the more confusing things become. The more options you have, the harder it is to make a decision. You need to face the music, pile 3. You need to weigh your options, trust your intuition, and make a choice. It is okay if you make the wrong choice. Everyone makes mistakes. The important thing is that you learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. So, how can you navigate this sea of choices and illusions? How can you find clarity amidst the confusion? Well, first of all, it's important to get really clear on what you want. What are your goals? What are your values? What truly matters to you? When you know what you want, it's easier to see through the illusions and to identify the opportunities that are truly aligned with your path. Don't let the opinions of others sway you. People will always have their own ideas about what you should do with your life, but ultimately, it is your decision. You need to trust your own intuition and to follow your own heart. Don't be afraid to say no to things that don't feel right, even if they seem amazing on the surface. Remember that devil card? It's still there, tempting you with the things that aren't good for you. You need to be strong, pile 3. You need to resist those temptations and to stay true to your values. It is also important to do your research. Don't just jump into something without really understanding what it entails. Do your homework, ask questions, and gather as much information as you can before making a decision. Knowledge is power, pile 3. The more you know, the better equipped you will be to make the right choice. And don't be afraid to seek advice from trusted sources. Talk to mentors, friends, or family members who have experience in the areas you're considering. They can offer valuable insights and perspectives that you might not have considered. But remember, ultimately, the decision is yours. You need to weigh the advice you receive and make a choice that feels right for you. Another way to navigate the 7 of Cups is to practice mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts and feelings without judgment. When you are faced with a choice, take a moment to pause and to connect with your inner self. Ask yourself, how does this choice make me feel? Does it feel aligned with my values? Does it feel like it is leading me closer to my goals? Your intuition will always guide you in the right direction if you take the time to listen. Don't let your emotions cloud your judgment. The 7 of Cups can sometimes indicate a time when you are being ruled by your emotions, when you are making decisions based on how you feel in the moment rather than on logic and reason. It is important to stay grounded, to stay connected to reality, and to make decisions that are aligned with your long-term goals. Remember that Temperance card. It's all about balance, about finding that middle ground between your emotions and your logic. You need to find that balance in order to navigate the 7 of Cups successfully. This is really about focus, pile 3. The Queen of Wands has that fiery energy, that passion, but it needs to be directed. The 7 of Cups is a test of your ability to stay focused on what truly matters, to avoid getting sidetracked by all the shiny objects that are vying for your attention. And how does this all tie back into your sacred spark? Well, when you are clear on what you want, when you are focused on your goals, and when you are living in alignment with your values, that's when your sacred spark truly ignites. That's when you feel that sense of purpose, that feeling that you are here to make a difference in the world. The Carnelian angel is there to help you harmonize your choices, to make sure that you are choosing the path that is truly aligned with your soul's purpose. It will help you to see through the illusions and to identify the opportunities that will truly help you to grow and to evolve. So, embrace the possibilities, pile 3. Embrace the choices that are before you. But do so with discernment, with focus, and with a deep connection to your inner self. Trust that you have the wisdom and the strength to navigate this sea of choices and to create a life that is truly aligned with your sacred spark. I am so curious with all of this swirling around you. What is the final piece of the puzzle? What is coming next? I am so excited to see. Okay, wow, pile 3, okay. So we got Temperance, 3 of Pentacles, the Devil, the Queen of Wands, the 7 of Cups, and now, the 3 of Swords. Oh, sweetie, okay, this isn't easy, okay? The 3 of Swords is like heartbreak, it's pain. It's like a sword piercing your heart, you know? It's not a fun card, let's just be honest. But it's also not the end of the world, okay? It's a wake-up call. It's a moment of truth. It's like something has to be released in order to heal. It's like that harmonizing energy of the Carnelian angel is about to be really tested. So, this card, right? It's showing up after all these other cards, and it's making me think about all those choices you have with the 7 of Cups. Remember all those possibilities, all those options? Well, maybe one of those choices. Maybe it leads to some pain, you know? Maybe one of those cups. It wasn't what you thought it was. Maybe it was an illusion, just like we were talking about. And now, you're feeling the sting of that illusion shattering. Remember the Devil card? How we talked about unhealthy attachments and temptations. Maybe this 3 of Swords is related to that. Maybe you were holding onto something that wasn't good for you, and now it's being ripped away. It's painful, I know, but it's also necessary. It's like, sometimes we have to lose something in order to gain something better. And that Queen of Wands energy, that fiery passion, maybe it led you down a path that wasn't quite right. Maybe you were so focused on your goals, on your desires, that you ignored some red flags, and now you're paying the price. But don't freak out, okay? This isn't about blaming yourself. It's about learning. It's about growing. It's about recognizing those patterns so that they don't hurt you later on, This Three of Swords. It's not just about heartbreak in a romantic sense. It could be about a friendship, a family relationship, even a career situation. It could be that collaboration you were so excited about in the Three of Pentacles. Maybe someone betrayed you. Maybe someone wasn't being honest with you. Maybe you put your trust in the wrong person, and now you're feeling the pain of that betrayal. I know, it sucks. It really does. Or maybe it's something completely different, Maybe it's a painful truth that you've been avoiding for a long time. Maybe it's a secret that's been revealed. Maybe it's something you've been denying about yourself, and now you can't deny it anymore. Whatever it is, it's causing you pain. It's cutting you deep. But here's the thing, pain is a part of life. It's unavoidable. We all experience it. And it's how we deal with that pain that really matters. So, what do you do when you're facing the Three of Swords, pile 3? Well, first of all, you allow yourself to feel it. Don't try to suppress the pain. Don't try to ignore it. Don't try to numb it. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. Let those emotions flow through you. Because when you suppress them, they just get stuck inside and they fester and they cause even more problems down the road. Feel it to heal it, And then be kind to yourself. This is so important. Treat yourself with the same compassion and understanding that you would offer to a friend who is going through the same thing. Don't beat yourself up. Don't blame yourself. Don't tell yourself you're not good enough. You are good enough. You are worthy of love and happiness even when you're hurting. Take care of yourself. Do things that make you feel good. Take a bath, read a book, listen to music, go for a walk in nature, spend time with loved ones. Nurture yourself. Nourish yourself. Remind yourself that you are strong, you are resilient, and you will get through this. And remember that Queen of Wands energy? That inner fire? You need to tap into that now more than ever. You need to remind yourself of your strength, your power, your creativity. Don't let this pain dim your light. Let it fuel your fire. Let it inspire you to create something beautiful, something meaningful, something that will help you heal and grow. Remember that Carnelian angel is there to help you stay harmonized. Ask for help. Talk to someone you trust. A friend, a family member, a therapist. Don't try to go through this alone. It's okay to ask for support. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. And don't be afraid to set boundaries. If there are people in your life who are draining your energy or making you feel worse, it's okay to distance yourself from them. Protect your energy. Prioritize your well-being. Now, this Three of Swords, it can also be about betrayal, right? So it's time to really look at the people in your life and ask yourself, who can I really trust? Who has my best interests at heart? Who is truly there for me? It's okay to reevaluate your relationships. It's okay to let go of people who are no longer serving you. It's okay to create space for new, healthier relationships to enter your life. Trust your intuition. It will guide you to the people who are meant to be in your life, and it will steer you away from the people who are not. But be careful not to become too closed off, Don't let this experience make you afraid to trust anyone ever again. That's not the answer. The answer is to learn to trust your own judgment, to trust your own intuition, and to choose your relationships wisely. The Three of Pentacles is all about collaboration, but it's also about discernment. It's about working with people who are aligned with your values, who respect you, and who support your goals. Don't settle for anything less. Okay, so this Three of Swords. It's painful, yes, but it's also an opportunity for growth. It's an opportunity to learn, to heal, to become stronger, and to create a more authentic life for yourself. It's an opportunity to release what no longer serves you and to make space for new, more fulfilling experiences to enter your life. And speaking of new experiences, this card can also represent an awakening, a moment of clarity. Maybe this pain is forcing you to see something you haven't been able to see before. Maybe it's revealing a truth that you've been avoiding. Maybe it's helping you to understand yourself better. Embrace that clarity, pile 3. Don't be afraid to look at the truth, even if it's painful, because the truth will set you free. The truth will help you to heal. The truth will guide you on your path. So allow yourself to feel the pain, be kind to yourself, trust your intuition, and embrace the clarity that comes with this experience. You are strong, you are resilient, and you will get through this. Your sacred spark is still there, even if it feels dim right now. It will reignite. I promise. This Three of Swords is not the end of your story. It's just a chapter. And you have the power to write the next one. Okay, so with all of that, wow, that was a lot, right? I am so curious to see what this final card is gonna be. What's the universe trying to tell you, pile 3? What's the next step on this journey? I am honestly on the edge of my seat. Are you ready to see? Okay, pile 3, after all of that drama and emotion. Deep breath, we have the High Priestess. Ooh, yes. Okay, I love this. This is exactly what you need right now. So after that heartbreak, after that pain of the Three of Swords, the High Priestess is here to say, okay, sweetie, it's time to go within. It's time to turn off all the noise, all the distractions, and listen to your own inner voice. That harmonizing energy of the Carnelian angel is amplified times 1,000,000 right now. The High Priestess is all about intuition, about inner wisdom, about trusting your gut. She's the keeper of secrets, the guardian of the subconscious. She knows things that you don't even know you know. I always see her as the wise woman within, the one who has all the answers if you just take the time to listen. And it makes so much sense after the Three of Swords, right? You've been hurt, you've been betrayed, you've been through it. Now, it's time to heal. And the only way to truly heal is to go within and connect with your own inner wisdom. This card is showing up to tell you that you have all the answers you need inside of you, pile 3. You don't need to look outside yourself for guidance, you don't need to rely on other people's opinions, you just need to trust yourself. But trusting yourself can be so hard, right? Especially after the Three of Swords when your trust has been broken. But this is where the High Priestess comes in. She's here to help you rebuild that trust, to help you reconnect with your intuition, to help you remember who you truly are. And it's interesting because we have the Seven of Cups here, too. All those choices, all those possibilities. It can be so overwhelming, right? How do you know which path to choose? How do you know which cup is the right one? Well, the High Priestess is here to tell you that the answer is within you. She's saying, don't look outside yourself for the answer, look inside. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, which choice feels right? Which path resonates with my soul? And trust the answer that comes to you. Even if it doesn't make logical sense, even if it's scary, trust it. Your intuition knows the way. And what about the devil? That sneaky little card, tempting you with all those unhealthy attachments and limiting beliefs. Well, the High Priestess is here to shine a light on those shadows. She's here to help you see through the illusions and to recognize the things that are holding you back. She's saying, don't be afraid to look at your darkness, don't be afraid to confront your demons. Because when you do, you'll find that they're not as scary as you thought they were, and you'll be able to release them, to break free from their grip, and to step into your power. It's about reclaiming your inner authority, and that Queen of Wands energy, that fiery passion. Well, the High Priestess is here to help you channel that energy in a more grounded and balanced way. She's saying, it's okay to be passionate, it's okay to be driven, but don't let your ego get in the way. Don't let your desire for success blind you to the needs of others. Don't let your ambition lead you down a path that's not aligned with your soul. The High Priestess is reminding you to lead with your heart, to use your power for good, and to stay connected to your intuition. The Queen of Wands is all about taking action, but the High Priestess reminds us that sometimes the most powerful action is inaction. It's about pausing, reflecting, and listening to the whispers of your soul. This card is really about going within, about retreating from the external world and connecting with your inner self. It's about creating space for stillness, for meditation, for introspection. It's about turning off your phone, closing your laptop, and just being present with yourself. And I know that can be so hard in our busy, modern world. We're constantly bombarded with information, with distractions, with demands on our time and attention. But the High Priestess is saying, you need to make time for yourself. You need to prioritize your inner well-being. Even if it's just for a few minutes each day, find a quiet space where you can be alone with your thoughts and feelings. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and just listen to what your inner voice has to say. You might be surprised at what you hear. This could be through meditation, prayer, journaling, or even just spending time in nature. Find what works for you and make it a regular practice. And here's a secret. The High Priestess is also very connected to the moon. So, pay attention to the lunar cycles. The new moon is a time for setting intentions, for planting seeds, for starting new projects. The full moon is a time for releasing what no longer serves you, for letting go of old patterns, for celebrating your accomplishments. Connect with the energy of the moon and let it guide you on your path. It's an intuitive connection, a deeper understanding of your emotions, and a validation of inner wisdom. The moon is always there, guiding you even in the darkest night, just as the High Priestess illuminates your path. I want to tell you a little secret here. This card often represents the divine feminine, the sacred feminine, the feminine energy that exists within all of us, regardless of our gender. It's about embracing your intuition, your creativity, your compassion, your nurturing qualities. It's about connecting with your emotions, with your feelings, with your sensitivity. And it's about honoring the cycles of life, the ebb and flow of energy, the natural rhythms of the universe. I feel like for a lot of you, you've been suppressing your feminine energy. You've been trying to be too logical, too rational, too masculine. You've been thinking that you have to be tough, strong, and independent all the time. But the High Priestess is saying, it's okay to be soft, it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to embrace your feminine side. It's a source of power, not weakness. It's about finding strength in softness, power in vulnerability, and wisdom in emotions. Your intuition is heightened during this time, and you may find yourself drawn to activities that connect you with your feminine side. The High Priestess is also very connected to the sacral chakra, which is the energy center located in your lower abdomen. This chakra is associated with creativity, sexuality, emotions, and relationships. So, if you're feeling blocked or stagnant in these areas of your life, the High Priestess is inviting you to open up your sacral chakra. You can do this through activities like dancing, painting, singing, or spending time in nature. You can also try using crystals like Carnelian, which you already have, or orange calcite to stimulate your sacral chakra. But really, pile 3, the most important thing is to trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Trust your inner wisdom. You have all the answers you need inside of you. Just take the time to listen. The High Priestess is here to guide you, to support you, and to help you remember who you truly are. She's the wise woman within, the keeper of secrets, the guardian of your soul. And she's always there for you, whenever you need her. Trust that the universe is guiding you, even when you can't see the path ahead. The High Priestess reveals that the greatest truths are often found in the quiet whispers of your heart. This is really a call to trust yourself, even when things seem uncertain. The High Priestess is about embracing the unknown, about having faith that everything will work out for the best. And this is so important after the 3 of Swords, right? When you've been hurt, when you've been betrayed, it's so easy to lose faith. But the High Priestess is here to remind you that you are strong, you are resilient, and you will get through this. You are capable of amazing things. You just need to trust yourself. So, pile 3 with all of that. With Temperance, the 3 of Pentacles, the Devil, the Queen of Wands, the 7 of Cups, the 3 of Swords, and now the High Priestess. What does it all mean? What's the final piece of the puzzle? I am so beyond excited to see. Okay, pile 3, so, wow, that was a lot, right? That's a really intense story you've got going on. But honestly, I'm so excited for you, because even though there's been some pain, some heartbreak, some confusion, it's all leading you to this incredible place of inner wisdom and power, you know. The High Priestess, she's not just about, sitting around meditating all day, although meditation is great. She's about taking that inner wisdom and applying it to your life. She's about making choices that are aligned with your soul, about creating a life that is truly authentic to you. And that harmonizing energy from your Carnelian angel is going to be so important in helping you do that, just keeping you grounded and centered as you navigate all these changes. So, let's talk about those choices, right? The 7 of Cups. You've got all these different paths in front of you. and it can be so overwhelming to figure out which one to take. But now, with the High Priestess, you have a secret weapon, your intuition. You know, that little voice inside that always knows what's best for you? That's the High Priestess talking. So, before you make any big decisions, take a moment to connect with that inner voice. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, does this feel right? Does this resonate with my soul? And trust whatever answer comes to you, even if it doesn't make logical sense, you know? That's something that you need to really embrace, your inner knowing. And remember the devil? He's still lurking around, trying to tempt you with those unhealthy attachments and limiting beliefs. But the High Priestess is here to help you see through his illusions. She's saying, don't fall for his tricks. You know better than that. So, whenever you're feeling tempted to go down a path that you know isn't good for you, remember the High Priestess. Remember your inner wisdom. Remember that you deserve better. And you really, really do, pile 3. And that Queen of Wands energy, that fiery passion, the High Priestess is here to help you channel it in a more focused and intentional way. She's saying, it's okay to be ambitious. It's okay to go after what you want, but don't let your ego get in the way. Don't let your desire for success blind you to the needs of others. Don't let your ambition lead you down a path that's not aligned with your soul. You are such a powerful person, truly, and that power can make amazing things happen. The High Priestess is reminding you to lead with your heart, to use your power for good, and to stay connected to your intuition. Because honestly, that's what it's all about, right? It's about living a life that is aligned with your values, that is fulfilling to your soul, and that makes a positive impact on the world. And what about that 3 of Swords, that heartbreak, that pain? Well, the High Priestess is here to tell you that it's okay to still be hurting. It's okay to still be processing those emotions. Healing takes time, you know? It's not a linear process. There will be ups and downs, good days and bad days. But the High Priestess is saying, don't give up on yourself. Don't lose faith. You are strong, you are resilient, and you will get through this. She's saying, allow yourself to feel the pain, but don't let it define you. Don't let it consume you. Use it as fuel to grow, to learn, and to become an even better version of yourself. It is so important to nurture yourself right now, to really focus on self-care. Take time for yourself, do things that make you feel good, and surround yourself with people who love and support you. And speaking of people, it's really important to set boundaries right now, you know? To protect your energy from those who are draining you or bringing you down. The High Priestess is all about honoring your own needs and putting yourself first. So, don't be afraid to say no to things that don't feel right, even if it means disappointing someone else. Your well-being comes first, always. The 3 of Pentacles is still in the mix, so collaboration is still important, but the High Priestess is reminding you to be discerning about who you work with. Make sure you're partnering with people who are aligned with your values, who respect you, and who support your goals. Don't settle for anything less. You deserve to be surrounded by people who lift you up, not bring you down. Maybe this is a time to explore some new spiritual practices, you know? To connect with your higher self, to meditate, to journal, to spend time in nature. Whatever helps you to feel grounded, centered, and connected to your intuition. The High Priestess is all about trusting your inner guidance, so the more you connect with that inner voice, the clearer your path will become. This is also a really powerful time for creativity, you know? To express yourself through art, music, writing, or whatever creative outlet resonates with you. The High Priestess is all about tapping into your imagination, your intuition, and your emotions, so let those creative juices flow. Don't be afraid to experiment, to try new things, and to express yourself authentically. It is like you are reborn and can do anything. Maybe you're feeling called to start a new project, to write a book, to launch a business, or to create something beautiful that will inspire others. The High Priestess is saying, go for it. Trust your vision, trust your intuition, and don't be afraid to put your heart and soul into it. But remember, it's not just about the end result, it's about the journey. Enjoy the process, learn from your mistakes, and celebrate your successes along the way. And you know what else? The High Priestess is often associated with secrets. So, maybe there's a secret that you've been keeping from yourself or from others. Maybe it's a secret desire, a secret fear, or a secret truth about yourself. The High Priestess is inviting you to bring that secret into the light, to acknowledge it, and to integrate it into your life. Because honestly, secrets can be so draining. They can hold you back from living your full potential. But when you bring them into the light, they lose their power. They can even become a source of strength. And what about your sacred spark? Remember that theme. Well, the High Priestess is here to tell you that your spark is still there, even if it feels dim right now. It might be buried under layers of pain, doubt, and fear, but it's still there. And it's waiting to be rekindled. The High Priestess is saying, take some time to nurture your spark, to feed it with love, joy, and inspiration. Do things that make you feel alive, that ignite your passion, and that connect you with your soul. Spend time with people who lift you up, who celebrate you for who you are, and who remind you of your worth. You are worthy, you are special, and you are loved. Don't ever forget that. And honestly, Pile 3, this is just the beginning, you know. This is the start of a new chapter in your life. A chapter filled with wisdom, power, and authenticity. The High Priestess is here to guide you, to support you, and to help you remember who you truly are. You are a wise woman, a powerful woman, and a beautiful woman, and you have everything you need inside of you to create the life you desire. So trust yourself, trust your intuition, and trust the journey. The universe is conspiring to help you, you know? The Carnelian angel is harmonizing your path, and the High Priestess is illuminating your way. Just keep moving forward, one step at a time, and you will create a life that is truly aligned with your soul's purpose. I am so excited to see what you do next. You've got this. Okay, so with the black obsidian, right, we're talking about harmonizing energies. And the theme is shadow and light, integrating hidden truths. So, like, right off the bat, this reading is about bringing balance. It's about seeing things as they truly are, even the stuff that's hidden, you know? And the first card we have is the Ace of Swords, which is like, bam, truth. It's all about clarity, cutting through the BS, you know? Think of it like a sudden realization, a light bulb moment where everything clicks. It's the mental breakthrough you've been waiting for. Like, finally understanding something that's been confusing you for ages. It's that aha moment, you know? This Ace of Swords, it's not just about any old truth, right? It's about your truth, especially when it comes to love. So what's been unclear in your love life? What's been foggy or confusing? Because this card is saying, get ready, the fog is lifting. The blindfold is coming off. You're about to see things with a whole new level of clarity, and it's going to be, like, super empowering. I feel like with the Ace of Swords coming first, it's like the universe is saying, okay, time to get real. No more hiding, no more pretending, no more sugarcoating. It's time to face the truth, whatever it may be. And yeah, that might be a little scary, right? Because sometimes the truth hurts. But trust me, facing the truth is always better than living a lie. Always. It's like ripping off a Band-Aid, you know? And it's interesting that it's coming up with the black obsidian, because obsidian is all about protection and grounding, right? So, it's like, the universe is giving you the strength and the stability to handle whatever truth comes your way. You're not going to be alone in this. You've got the obsidian to keep you grounded and protected. Maybe there's a situation where you've been avoiding a difficult conversation, or maybe you've been turning a blind eye to some red flags, or maybe you've just been unsure about how someone really feels about you. Well, the Ace of Swords is here to say, it's time to face it head-on. Ask the tough questions. Speak your truth. Don't be afraid to rock the boat a little bit. Because honestly, the clarity that comes from this is going to be so worth it. It's going to free you up to move forward with confidence and purpose. No more second-guessing yourself. No more wondering, what if? You'll know. You'll finally, truly know. And this isn't just about romantic love, either. This could also be about your relationship with yourself. Maybe you've been lying to yourself about what you really want or need. Maybe you've been putting everyone else's needs before your own. The Ace of Swords is a call to be honest with yourself, too. To prioritize your own happiness and well-being. It's like the universe is saying, you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be loved. But you can't get there if you're not being honest with yourself. So, take some time to really reflect on what you want and what you need. What are your values? What are your boundaries? And then, start living your life in alignment with those things. And don't be afraid to set those boundaries, you know? That's a big part of this. the Ace of Swords is all about cutting away what's not serving you. So, if there are people in your life who are draining your energy or treating you badly, it's time to create some distance. It's time to protect your energy and prioritize your own well-being. It's like you're wielding this sword of truth, right? And you get to decide what to cut away. You get to decide what to keep. You're in control. You're the master of your own destiny. And that's a really powerful feeling, you know? So, yeah, the Ace of Swords is a powerful card. It's a call to action. It's a reminder that you have the strength and the clarity to create the love life you deserve. Just be honest with yourself, be honest with others, and don't be afraid to wield that sword of truth. Okay, so that's the Ace of Swords, bringing all that clarity. But now we move into the next card, which is the Moon, and things get a little bit, well, let's just say a little bit more mysterious, right? A little bit more hidden. Because the Moon is all about the subconscious, about illusions, about things that aren't quite what they seem. And it's interesting that these two cards are together, because it's like you get this flash of clarity with the Ace of Swords, but then the Moon is saying, hold on, there's more to the story than meets the eye. So, with the Moon, we're diving into the depths of your emotions, into the things that you might not even be aware of. It's like there's a whole world of feelings and beliefs lurking beneath the surface, and they're influencing your love life in ways that you might not even realize. And this ties right back to the shadow and light theme, doesn't it? Think about it like this, you know, when you're dreaming, and things feel real but also kind of distorted. That's the energy of the Moon. It's like you're in this dreamlike state where anything is possible, but it's also hard to tell what's real and what's not. So, what kind of illusions might be at play in your love life right now? Are you seeing someone through rose-colored glasses? Are you ignoring red flags because you want to believe the best in them? Or maybe you're projecting your own insecurities onto them and seeing problems that aren't really there. The Moon is asking you to really examine your perceptions and to question your assumptions. Don't just take things at face value. Dig a little deeper. Try to see things from a different perspective, because chances are there's something hidden that you need to uncover. And it's not always easy to uncover these hidden things, right? Because they're often buried deep down in your subconscious. They're the things that you've been avoiding or suppressing for years. But the Moon is saying, it's time to bring them to the surface. It's time to face your fears and your insecurities. Maybe there's a past trauma that's affecting your current relationships. Or maybe there's a fear of abandonment that's causing you to cling to people who aren't good for you. Whatever it is, the Moon is urging you to heal those wounds so that you can move forward with a clear and open heart. And it's important to remember that the Moon isn't necessarily a negative card. It's not saying that everything is doom and gloom. It's just saying that there's more to the story than you might think. And that by exploring your subconscious and facing your fears, you can gain a deeper understanding of yourself and your relationships. So, how do you actually do that, right? How do you explore your subconscious? Well, there are lots of different ways. You could try journaling, meditation, therapy, or even just talking to a trusted friend or family member. The key is to create a safe space where you can be honest with yourself and explore your feelings without judgment. And as you explore your subconscious, pay attention to your dreams, because dreams are often a way for your subconscious to communicate with you. They can be full of symbols and metaphors that can help you understand your hidden emotions and beliefs. So, keep a dream journal and write down your dreams as soon as you wake up. Then, try to analyze them and see what they might be telling you. What are the recurring themes? What are the symbols that stand out? What emotions do you feel when you're dreaming? And don't be afraid to ask for help, you know? Talking to a therapist or counselor can be incredibly helpful in uncovering these hidden emotions and beliefs. They can provide you with a safe and supportive space to explore your past and to heal your wounds. It's like the Moon is shining a light on the dark corners of your soul, right? And it's asking you to be brave enough to face what's lurking there. But you don't have to do it alone. You can ask for help. You can lean on your friends and family. You can trust in the universe to guide you. And as you face your fears and insecurities, remember that you're not alone. Everyone has shadows. Everyone has hidden emotions. Everyone has things that they're afraid to face. It's part of being human. the black obsidian crystal is here to help with that harmonization, you know? It's going to protect you as you delve into those darker emotions. It's going to help you stay grounded and balanced so that you don't get overwhelmed. So, yeah, the moon is a powerful card. It's a reminder that there's more to the story than meets the eye. And that by exploring your subconscious and facing your fears, you can gain a deeper understanding of yourself and your relationships. Okay, so we've gone from the clarity of the Ace of Swords to the mystery of the moon. And now, we arrive at the final card, which is the Nine of Cups. And this is where things start to get really good, because the Nine of Cups is all about wish fulfillment, about emotional satisfaction, about getting what you want. It's like, after all that truth-seeking and shadow work, you're finally ready to manifest your dreams into reality, you know. This card is often called the wish card because it represents the feeling of having everything you could ever want. It's the feeling of contentment, of happiness, of knowing that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. It's like all your hard work has finally paid off and you're reaping the rewards. But it's important to remember that the Nine of Cups doesn't just fall into your lap, right? You have to work for it. You have to be clear about what you want, and you have to take action to make it happen. And that's where the Ace of Swords and the Moon come in, because they've helped you to clarify your desires and to overcome any obstacles that might be standing in your way. So, what is it that you truly desire in your love life? What does your ideal relationship look like? What qualities are you looking for in a partner? What kind of love do you want to experience? The Nine of Cups is asking you to get really specific about your desires. Don't just say, I want to be happy. Say, I want to be in a loving, supportive relationship with someone who appreciates me for who I am. Or, I want to feel confident and secure in my own skin so that I can attract healthy and fulfilling relationships. The more specific you are, the easier it will be to manifest your desires into reality. It's like the universe needs to know exactly what you want so that it can deliver it to you. And it's all about the feeling, right? Can you feel that joy already? And it's not just about romantic love, either. The Nine of Cups can also represent emotional fulfillment in other areas of your life, like your friendships, your family relationships, or your career. It's about feeling content and satisfied with your life as a whole. It's that complete sense of well-being. So, take some time to reflect on all the areas of your life and see where you're feeling fulfilled and where you're feeling lacking. What can you do to bring more joy and satisfaction into your life? What changes can you make to create a life that truly makes you happy? Maybe you need to spend more time with your loved ones, or maybe you need to pursue a passion project that you've been putting off, or maybe you just need to take better care of yourself, both physically and emotionally. Whatever it is, the Nine of Cups is reminding you that you deserve to be happy. You deserve to have a life that is full of joy, love, and fulfillment. And you have the power to create that life for yourself. But it's important to remember that the Nine of Cups isn't about being selfish or greedy, right? It's not about hoarding all the good things for yourself. It's about sharing your happiness with others and spreading joy and love wherever you go. It's like, when you're truly happy and fulfilled, you naturally want to share that with the world. You want to make other people happy too. And that's what makes the Nine of Cups such a powerful card. It's not just about personal happiness, it's about collective happiness. It's about creating a world where everyone feels loved, supported, and fulfilled. So, as you manifest your desires into reality, remember to be grateful for what you have and to share your blessings with others. The more you give, the more you'll receive. It's like the universe rewards generosity and kindness. And don't be afraid to celebrate your successes, you know? The Nine of Cups is a card of celebration. It's a time to pat yourself on the back and to acknowledge all the hard work that you've put in. It's a time to enjoy the fruits of your labor and to savor the moment. So go ahead and treat yourself to something special. Take a vacation, buy yourself a nice gift, spend time with your loved ones, do whatever makes you happy, because you deserve it. And as you celebrate your successes, remember to stay grounded and humble. The Nine of Cups is a wonderful card, but it's important not to let it go to your head. Don't become complacent or arrogant. Stay true to yourself and continue to work hard to achieve your goals. The black obsidian crystal is a perfect complement to this energy. keeping you grounded and balanced as you manifest your desires. It helps you stay connected to your truth and to avoid getting caught up in illusions or fantasies. So, yeah, the Nine of Cups is a fantastic card. It's a sign that you're on the right track and that you're about to experience a period of great joy, love, and fulfillment. Just remember to stay clear about what you want, to take action to make it happen, and to share your happiness with others. It's like you've gone through this journey of clarity and shadow work, and now you're finally ready to claim your happiness. You're ready to receive all the good things that the universe has in store for you. You're ready to live your best life. And honestly, I am so excited for you. Okay, wow, the Chariot. After the Nine of Cups. This is like seriously stepping into your power, you know? So we go from that clarity, right, with the Ace of Swords, to understanding the hidden stuff with the Moon, then the wish fulfillment of the Nine of Cups, and now bam, the Chariot. It's like, okay, you know what you want, you've faced your shadows, now it's time to go get it. The Chariot is all about willpower, about taking control, about moving forward with confidence. Think of it like you're not just wishing for things anymore, you're actively driving towards them. You're grabbing the reins and saying, okay, universe, I'm ready. Let's do this. And with the black obsidian crystal, it's like you're harmonizing all that forward momentum, keeping it balanced and grounded, you know? Not just rushing in blindly. So, like, what does the Chariot mean in terms of your karmic love path? Well, first of all, it means you're not just a passive passenger in your love life anymore. You're the driver. You're the one making the decisions. You're the one setting the course. It's all about taking initiative and going after what you want, and that wish fulfillment is still fresh on your mind. No more waiting around for someone to come and rescue you, no more hoping that things will magically fall into place. The Chariot is saying, get out there and make it happen. But here's the thing, right? The Chariot isn't just about charging ahead blindly. It's about having a clear direction and a solid plan. It's about knowing where you're going and how you're going to get there. And that Ace of Swords clarity is super important here, because you need to be really clear about what you want in a relationship. What are your non-negotiables? What are you willing to compromise on? What kind of partner are you looking for? If you don't have a clear vision, you're just going to end up driving in circles, you know? You'll be putting in all this effort, but you won't be getting anywhere. It's like you're revving the engine, but you don't have a map. So, take some time to really clarify your desires and to create a plan for how you're going to achieve them. And the Moon card. Don't forget all that hidden stuff. It's not enough to just think you know what you want. You need to dig deep and make sure that your desires are aligned with your true self. Are you chasing after something that you think you should want, or something that you actually want? Are you being influenced by societal expectations or by your own authentic desires? The Moon is asking you to be honest with yourself about your motivations. Are you trying to fill a void? Are you trying to prove something to someone? Are you trying to escape from something? If you're not clear about your motivations, you're just going to end up attracting the wrong kind of relationship, you know. You'll be attracting someone who reinforces your insecurities or who perpetuates your unhealthy patterns. So, how do you use the Chariot to create a healthy and fulfilling love life? Well, first of all, you need to take responsibility for your own happiness. Stop blaming your past relationships for your current problems. Stop waiting for someone else to make you happy. It's up to you to create your own happiness, and that means taking care of yourself, both physically and emotionally. It means setting healthy boundaries. It means prioritizing your own needs. The black obsidian crystal is amazing for this because it helps you to stay grounded and protected as you navigate the often turbulent waters of love. It helps you to stay connected to your intuition and to make decisions that are in your best interest. And it helps you to release any negative energy or attachments that might be holding you back. And, you know, the Chariot isn't just about romantic love, either. It's also about your relationship with yourself. It's about taking control of your own life and creating a life that you love. It's about pursuing your passions and living your purpose. And when you're living a life that you love, you naturally attract healthy and fulfilling relationships. People are drawn to your confidence, your passion, and your authenticity. They want to be a part of your amazing life. So, think about what you're passionate about. What makes you feel alive? What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? And then start doing more of those things. Start pursuing your passions. Start living your purpose. And watch as your love life transforms. It's like when you're focused on creating a fulfilling life for yourself, you're not as desperate for a relationship. You're not as needy or clingy. You're more attractive, more confident, and more independent. And that's what attracts the right kind of partner, someone who is equally confident, passionate, and independent. Now, one thing to watch out for with the Chariot is becoming too controlling, you know? It's great to take initiative and to set a course for your life, but you don't want to become a control freak. You don't want to try to micromanage every aspect of your relationship, because that's just going to push people away. Remember, relationships are about give and take. They're about compromise and collaboration. You can't just bulldoze your way through life and expect everyone to fall in line. You need to be willing to listen to your partner, to consider their needs and desires, and to find a way to meet in the middle. And that moon card reminds us that there are things we just can't control. Sometimes you have to surrender to the flow of life and trust that everything is happening for a reason. So, how do you find that balance between taking control and surrendering to the flow? Well, it starts with self-awareness. It starts with understanding your own tendencies and your own insecurities. Are you a natural control freak? Do you tend to be rigid and inflexible? Or are you more laid back and easygoing? Once you understand your own tendencies, you can start to make conscious choices about how you want to behave in your relationships. If you're a natural control freak, you might need to consciously practice letting go of control. You might need to remind yourself that it's okay to not always be in charge. You might need to trust that your partner is capable of making good decisions. And if you're more laid back and easygoing, you might need to consciously practice taking more initiative. You might need to remind yourself that it's okay to assert your needs and desires. You might need to trust that you deserve to have your voice heard. And remember that the two sphinxes pulling the chariot, they're different colors, right? They represent opposing forces. Black and white, light and shadow, masculine and feminine. These opposing forces exist within you, too. And the key to success with the chariot is to learn how to harmonize these opposing forces. It's about integrating your shadow side with your light side. It's about embracing both your masculine and feminine energies. It's about finding balance and harmony within yourself, like that black obsidian is helping you do. So, how do you actually do that, right? How do you integrate your shadow side with your light side? Well, it starts with acknowledging your shadow side. It starts with admitting that you're not perfect. It starts with accepting your flaws and your imperfections. Everyone has a shadow side, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just a part of being human. The problem is when you try to suppress your shadow side, when you try to pretend that it doesn't exist. Because that's when it starts to cause problems in your life. That's when it starts to manifest as negative emotions, unhealthy behaviors, and toxic relationships. So, instead of trying to suppress your shadow side, try to embrace it. Try to understand it. Try to learn from it. What is your shadow side trying to tell you? What needs are not being met? What wounds need to be healed? Once you understand your shadow side, you can start to integrate it into your life in a healthy way. You can start to use it as a source of strength and wisdom. And the same goes for your masculine and feminine energies. Everyone has both masculine and feminine energies within them, regardless of their gender. Masculine energy is about action, logic, and assertiveness. Feminine energy is about intuition, creativity, and receptivity. And the key to success is to learn how to balance these two energies. You don't want to be all masculine or all feminine. You want to be able to tap into both energies as needed. So, how do you balance your masculine and feminine energies? Well, it starts with understanding what those energies mean to you. What does it mean to be masculine? What does it mean to be feminine? And then, start to consciously cultivate both energies in your life. If you tend to be more masculine, try to tap into your feminine side by doing things like spending time in nature, listening to music, or creating art. If you tend to be more feminine, try to tap into your masculine side by doing things like setting goals, taking action, or asserting your needs. The Chariot is a powerful card, you know? It's a card of action, willpower, and success. But it's also a card of balance, harmony, and integration. It's about taking control of your life and creating a life that you love, but it's also about surrendering to the flow of life and trusting that everything is happening for a reason. It's about embracing both your shadow side and your light side, and it's about balancing your masculine and feminine energies. And with that black obsidian crystal, you've got the perfect tool to harmonize all of these energies and to move forward on your karmic love path with confidence and grace. The Nine of Cups showed you the wish fulfillment. The Chariot helps you grab the reins and make it happen. But even with the Chariot, the road isn't always smooth. There can be unexpected detours, challenges, and obstacles along the way. So, what's around the bend? Let's pull another card and see what's coming up next, shall we? Okay, wow, the Knight of Pentacles, huh? After that Chariot energy? Okay, this is interesting because it's like you're ready to charge forward, right? You've got that Chariot, you're in control, but now the universe is like, hold up, slow down a sec. Because the Knight of Pentacles is all about taking things slow, being practical, being reliable, It's a very different energy from the Chariot, which is all about speed and willpower. So, it's almost like, okay, you've got the vision, you've got the drive, but now you need to actually put in the work, the consistent, everyday effort to make it happen. And with that black obsidian crystal there, it's like, even with all that Chariot fire, the obsidian's helping you stay grounded, making sure you don't just burn out, harmonizing that impulse. This is all about harmonizing, right? Shadow and light. So how does the Knight of Pentacles fit into your karmic love path? Well, it could mean a few things, right? It could mean that you need to be more patient in your approach to love. Maybe you've been rushing things, trying to force things to happen too quickly. Or maybe you've been expecting instant results and you're getting discouraged when things don't happen overnight. The Knight of Pentacles is here to remind you that love takes time. It takes effort. It takes consistency. It's like you can't just plant a seed and expect it to grow into a tree overnight, right? You have to water it, you have to fertilize it, you have to protect it from the elements. And the same is true of love. You have to nurture it, you have to care for it, you have to be patient with it. Or, it could also mean that you need to be more practical in your approach to love. Maybe you've been getting caught up in fantasies and unrealistic expectations. Or maybe you've been ignoring red flags or settling for less than you deserve. The Knight of Pentacles is here to remind you that love is not just about feelings, it's also about actions. It's about finding someone who is reliable, trustworthy, and committed. It's about building a solid foundation based on mutual respect, honesty, and communication. Think about it, with that Ace of Swords at the beginning, you got that clarity. You know what you want, right? And the moon helped you see all the hidden stuff that might have been blocking you. Then the Nine of Cups gave you that wish fulfillment energy, and the Chariot got you ready to go get it. But the Knight of Pentacles is like, okay, hold on. Let's make a plan. Let's be smart about this. It's not about losing that fire, but about directing it. So what does the Knight of Pentacles actually look like? He's often depicted as a young man, right? Sitting on a steady, strong horse, and he's holding a pentacle, which represents the material world, security, stability. He's not charging into battle like some of the other knights. He's grounded, he's present, he's focused on the task at hand. He's the kind of person you can count on to be there for you, no matter what. He's loyal, he's dependable, he's always willing to lend a hand. He's not flashy or exciting, but he's solid and reliable. Like, he's going to text you back. And that can be really important in a relationship, right? Especially in the long term. Because, yeah, those initial sparks and fireworks are great, but what happens when the honeymoon phase is over? What happens when life gets tough? Do you have someone who is going to stick by you through thick and thin? Do you have someone who is going to be there to support you, to encourage you, to help you through the hard times? The Knight of Pentacles is that kind of person. But like every card, there's also a shadow side to the Knight of Pentacles. If he's not careful, he can become too focused on the material world, too concerned with security and stability. He can become rigid, inflexible, and resistant to change. He can become so focused on the details that he loses sight of the bigger picture. He can become boring, predictable, and unimaginative. And that's where that shadow and light theme comes in again, right? Because, yeah, stability is great, but you don't want to get stuck in a rut. You don't want to become so comfortable that you stop growing and evolving. You don't want to become so focused on the practicalities of life that you forget to have fun, to be spontaneous, to take risks. So, how do you avoid the shadow side of the Knight of Pentacles? Well, it's all about finding balance, right? It's about appreciating the value of stability and security, but also recognizing the importance of change and growth. It's about being practical and responsible, but also allowing yourself to be creative and imaginative. It's about focusing on the details, but also keeping the bigger picture in mind. It's about being loyal and dependable, but also being open to new experiences and new possibilities. And how does this translate to your love life, specifically? Well, maybe it means that you need to be more open to dating someone who isn't your usual type. Maybe you've been so focused on finding someone who meets all your criteria on paper that you've been overlooking some amazing people who could actually make you really happy. The Knight of Pentacles is here to remind you that love is not just about checking boxes. It's about connecting with someone on a deeper level. Or, maybe it means that you need to be more willing to commit to a relationship, even if it's not perfect. Maybe you've been holding back, waiting for the perfect person to come along. But the Knight of Pentacles is here to remind you that there's no such thing as a perfect relationship. Every relationship has its challenges, its ups and downs. But the key is to find someone who is willing to work through those challenges with you, someone who is committed to building a lasting relationship, even when things get tough. Think about those dreams that the Moon card brought up. Are you being realistic about your partner? Are you bringing that clarity from the Ace of Swords to your expectations and not falling into fantasy? And it's not just about finding the right person either. It's also about being the right person, right? It's about being reliable, trustworthy, and committed. It's about being willing to put in the effort to make the relationship work. It's about being honest, open, and communicative. It's about being supportive, encouraging, and loving. So take some time to reflect on your own qualities as a partner. What do you bring to the table? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What can you do to be a better partner? The Knight of Pentacles is here to remind you that love is not just about what you can get from someone else, it's also about what you can give. With this Obsidian, it's about being real. Don't just say you're reliable, be reliable. Show up, follow through. That's how you harmonize the fire of the Chariot with the earth of the Knight. It's like, with the Ace of Swords, you had that sudden flash of insight. With the Moon, you explored all the hidden stuff. With the Nine of Cups, you got a taste of wish fulfillment. And with the Chariot, you were ready to charge forward and make it happen. But now, with the Knight of Pentacles, it's time to slow down, to be patient, to be practical, and to put in the consistent effort that it takes to build a lasting and fulfilling love life. It's about harmonizing all those energies, finding that balance, and staying grounded as you move forward on your path, And honestly, you've come so far already, digging deep and getting real with yourself. I am so excited to see what the final card brings to all of this. It's like, what's the ultimate lesson here? What's the final piece of the puzzle? Let's find out, okay. Okay, wow, the world. What a way to finish this reading, right? I mean, after all that work, the clarity from the Ace of Swords, diving into the subconscious with the Moon, manifesting those dreams with the Nine of Cups, grabbing the reins with the Chariot, and then, getting all grounded and practical with the Knight of Pentacles, the world is like, you've done it. You've completed a major cycle. It's like, all those pieces of the puzzle have finally come together, and you're seeing the big picture, And with that black obsidian crystal, it's like, you've harmonized all those different energies, the shadow and the light, and you're stepping into this whole new level of wholeness. The world is all about completion, about achievement, about feeling totally fulfilled and satisfied. Think of it like graduating, or finishing a big project, or finally reaching a goal that you've been working towards for a long time. It's that feeling of, yes, I did it, I made it. But it's not just about the end of something, it's also about the beginning of something new, right? Because when one door closes, another one opens. And the world is like the ultimate open door. It's like you've mastered this level of the game, and now you're ready to move on to the next one, which is going to be even bigger and better than you ever imagined. So, how does the world connect to your karmic love path? Well, I think it means that you're about to experience a major breakthrough in your love life. It's like all the lessons you've learned, all the challenges you've overcome, all the work you've put in, it's all finally paying off. Maybe you're about to meet your soulmate, or maybe you're about to take your current relationship to a whole new level. Or maybe you're just about to feel completely at peace with yourself and your love life, regardless of whether you're in a relationship or not, because the world isn't just about romantic love, it's about universal love. It's about feeling connected to everything and everyone. It's about recognizing that we're all part of this big, beautiful web of life, and that we're all here to support each other and to love each other unconditionally. And that Ace of Swords, the Moon, Nine of Cups, Chariot, and Knight were all integral steps along the way. Think about it, that Ace of Swords gave you the clarity you needed to see things as they really are. It helped you cut through all the illusions and the BS and to get clear about what you really want in a relationship. And then, the Moon helped you dive into your subconscious and explore all those hidden emotions and beliefs that might have been holding you back. It helped you face your fears and your insecurities and to heal any past wounds that were affecting your current relationships. And then, the Nine of Cups gave you a taste of wish fulfillment, a glimpse of what's possible when you align yourself with your true desires. It helped you believe that you deserve to be happy and to have a love life that is full of joy, love, and fulfillment. And then the Chariot gave you the willpower and the determination to go after what you want. It helped you take control of your love life and to start making conscious choices about the kind of relationship you want to create. And then the Knight of Pentacles helped you get all grounded and practical. It helped you build a solid foundation for your relationship based on trust, honesty, and commitment. And now, with the world, it's like you're reaping the rewards of all that hard work. You're finally seeing the big picture, and you're feeling completely fulfilled and satisfied. You're realizing that you've learned all the lessons you needed to learn, and you're ready to move on to the next chapter of your life, which is going to be even more amazing than you ever thought possible. But here's the thing, right? The world isn't just about personal fulfillment, it's also about giving back to the world. It's about using your gifts and your talents to make a positive impact on the lives of others. It's about sharing your love and your joy with everyone you meet. Because when you're truly happy and fulfilled, you naturally want to share that with the world. You want to make other people happy too. And that's what makes the world such a powerful card. It's not just about individual success, it's about collective well-being. It's about creating a world where everyone feels loved, supported, and fulfilled. So, how can you use the world to create a more loving and compassionate world? Well, first of all, you can start by practicing self-love. You can't truly love others until you truly love yourself. So, take some time to nurture yourself, to take care of yourself, to do things that make you happy. And then, you can start practicing compassion for others. Try to see the world through their eyes. Try to understand their struggles and their challenges. Try to offer them a helping hand whenever you can. And don't forget about that integration, that harmonizing that Obsidian brings. And you can also start practicing forgiveness, both for yourself and for others. Holding on to grudges and resentment only hurts you in the long run. So, let go of the past and move forward with a clean slate. Forgive yourself for any mistakes you've made, and forgive others for any hurts they've caused you. And you can also start practicing gratitude. Take some time each day to appreciate all the good things in your life. Focus on what you have, not on what you lack. And be grateful for the people who love you and support you. Because gratitude is a powerful magnet for attracting more good things into your life. And you can also start practicing mindfulness. Pay attention to the present moment. Don't get caught up in the past or worry about the future. Just focus on what's happening right now. And be aware of your thoughts, your feelings, and your sensations. Because mindfulness can help you stay grounded and centered, even when things get chaotic. And, the world is also a reminder that everything is connected. We're all part of this big, interconnected web of life. And what affects one person affects everyone. So, be mindful of your actions and your words. Be aware of the impact that you're having on the world around you. Because even small acts of kindness can make a big difference. A smile, a kind word, a helping hand. These things can brighten someone's day and make the world a little bit better. And with this black obsidian crystal, it's like you're radiating that harmonized energy out into the world. You're creating a ripple effect of love and compassion. It's all about that universal love, right? It's about seeing the divine in everyone and everything. It's about recognizing that we're all part of the same source, the same consciousness. And when you can see the world through that lens, everything changes. You start to feel more connected, more compassionate, and more loving. And the world is also a reminder that life is a journey, not a destination. It's about the experiences you have along the way, not about the goals you achieve. So don't get too focused on the outcome. Just enjoy the ride. Savor every moment. And be grateful for all the blessings in your life. And don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to try new things, because that's how you grow and evolve. That's how you learn and discover new things about yourself and about the world around you. And don't be afraid to fail. Failure is just a part of the process. It's how you learn and improve. So don't let failure discourage you. Just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try again. And remember, with that Ace of Swords, you have the clarity to see what went wrong, and with the Moon, you have the intuition to guide you forward. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Everyone needs help sometimes. So don't be afraid to reach out to your friends, your family, or your community. There are people who love you and support you, and they're always willing to lend a hand. And don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not. Just be authentic, be genuine, be true to yourself. Because that's what makes you unique and special. And that's what attracts the right people into your life. So, yeah, the world is an amazing card. It's a sign that you're on the right track and that you're about to experience a period of great joy, love, and fulfillment. Just remember to stay grounded, to stay grateful, and to stay open to all the possibilities that life has to offer. It's like you've completed this major cycle, and you're ready to move on to the next one, which is going to be even more amazing than you ever thought possible. With this black obsidian crystal, it's like you're integrating all the lessons from the past, and you're stepping into this whole new level of wholeness and harmony. And honestly, I am so excited for you. I can't wait to see what you create in this next chapter of your life. Remember to keep that clarity, explore your depths, manifest your dreams, take action, and stay grounded. And the world is a big card, right? It encompasses everything. But even with the world, there are always new things to learn, new experiences to have, and new heights to reach. The journey never really ends, does it? What's the nuance here? What needs extra focus? Okay, 7 of Wands. Wow, okay, after all that completion, you'd think it's smooth sailing, right? But the 7 of Wands is like, hold on, not so fast. It's like you've reached this amazing place of fulfillment, but now you gotta defend it, You've gotta stand your ground and protect what you've built. And with that black obsidian, it's like harmonizing that protective energy, not letting it turn into defensiveness, but really standing in your power, right? It's so interesting that this comes after the world. You'd think it would be all rainbows and unicorns, but the universe is like, nope, there's still work to do. It's like you've achieved this amazing level of wholeness, but now you have to maintain it, you have to protect it from outside influences, You've got that completed picture, but you're like one person coming to defend it against multiple wands that are against you. So, how does the 7 of Wands fit into your karmic love path, especially after all those other cards? Well, I think it means that you're going to be facing some challenges or opposition as you move forward in your love life. Maybe there are people who are jealous of your happiness or who don't want to see you succeed. Or maybe there are old patterns or beliefs that are trying to creep back in and sabotage your progress. The 7 of Wands is here to remind you that you have the strength and the courage to stand up for yourself and to protect what you've created. You've got that clarity from the Ace of Swords, you've explored those hidden depths with the Moon, you've manifested your desires with the 9 of Cups, you've taken control with the Chariot, and you've grounded yourself with the Knight of Pentacles. And you completed a cycle. Now, you're ready for whatever comes your way. But it's not just about defending yourself from external forces, right? It's also about defending yourself from your own inner demons. those old fears, those old insecurities, those old beliefs that are trying to hold you back. The Seven of Wands is here to remind you that you have the power to overcome those challenges. You have the power to choose your own thoughts and your own beliefs. You have the power to create your own reality. That obsidian's gonna help with that, keeping you grounded and protected as you face those inner battles. It's all about harmonizing those conflicting energies, the fear and the courage, the doubt and the faith. And the Seven of Wands can also represent a need to stand up for your beliefs, even if it means going against the crowd. Maybe you have a different vision of what love looks like than most people do. Maybe you have different values or priorities. The Seven of Wands is here to remind you that it's okay to be different. It's okay to stand up for what you believe in, even if it's not popular. You don't have to conform to anyone else's expectations. You don't have to fit into anyone else's mold. You are unique, you are special, and you have the right to live your life on your own terms. Think about the Chariot energy, that drive and determination. The Seven of Wands is like, okay, now use that to defend your boundaries, to protect your energy, to stand up for what you believe in. But like every card, there's also a shadow side to the Seven of Wands. If you're not careful, you can become too defensive, too combative, too rigid. You can become so focused on protecting yourself that you shut yourself off from others. You can become so obsessed with being right that you lose sight of the bigger picture. And that's where that shadow and light theme comes in again, right? Because, it's important to stand up for yourself, but you don't want to become a bully. You don't want to become someone who is always fighting and arguing. You want to be able to express your opinions and defend your boundaries without being aggressive or confrontational. So, how do you avoid the shadow side of the Seven of Wands? Well, it's all about finding balance, right? It's about standing up for yourself without being defensive. It's about expressing your opinions without being argumentative. It's about defending your boundaries without being rigid. It's about being confident in your beliefs without being arrogant. It's like you're standing on that hill, right, defending your territory, but you're also open to new perspectives. You're also willing to listen to others. You're also willing to compromise. You have to harmonize all the energies with this obsidian of yours. And how does this translate to your love life, specifically? Well, maybe it means that you need to be more assertive in your relationships. Maybe you've been letting your partners walk all over you, or maybe you've been afraid to speak up when something is bothering you. The Seven of Wands is here to remind you that you have the right to express your needs and your desires. You have the right to set boundaries and to protect your energy. You don't have to be a doormat. You don't have to sacrifice your own happiness for the sake of someone else. Or, maybe it means that you need to be more willing to fight for your relationship. Maybe you've been giving up too easily when things get tough. Maybe you've been running away from conflict instead of facing it head-on. The Seven of Wands is here to remind you that relationships take work. They require effort. They require commitment. And sometimes, they require you to stand up and fight for what you believe in. Think back to the Moon card. Are you being honest about your fears and insecurities? Are you projecting them onto your partner, or are you taking responsibility for your own emotions? The Seven of Wands is about standing your ground, but it's also about knowing when to compromise, when to let go, and when to walk away. And it's not just about fighting with your partner, either. It's also about fighting for your relationship against outside influences. Maybe there are family members or friends who are trying to interfere in your relationship. Maybe there are societal pressures that are making it difficult for you to be together. The Seven of Wands is here to remind you that you have the power to protect your relationship from those outside influences. You have the power to create a safe and loving space for you and your partner to thrive. So, take some time to reflect on your relationships. Are you being assertive enough? Are you fighting for what you believe in? Are you protecting your relationship from outside influences? What can you do to create a stronger, more loving, more fulfilling relationship? The Seven of Wands is here to remind you that you have the power to create the love life of your dreams. You just have to be willing to stand up and fight for it, to stand your ground. Remember that clarity that the Ace of Swords gave you. Use it now to define your boundaries, to know what you're willing to fight for and what you're willing to let go of. You're not just blindly defending, you're strategically protecting what truly matters. And that Nine of Cups energy of wish fulfillment. It's a reminder of what you're fighting for, what you truly desire in a relationship. It's not just about winning the battle, it's about creating a loving and fulfilling partnership. It's like, with the Ace of Swords, you had that sudden flash of insight. With the Moon, you explored all the hidden stuff. With the Nine of Cups, you got a taste of wish fulfillment. With the Chariot, you were ready to charge forward and make it happen. With the Knight of Pentacles, it's time to slow down, to be patient, to be practical, and to put in the consistent effort that it takes to build a lasting and fulfilling love life. And the world allowed you to feel that wholeness and completion. And now, with the Seven of Wands, it's time to defend all of that. It's time to stand your ground and protect what you've created. And honestly, you've come so far already, digging deep and getting real with yourself. You've got all the tools you need to navigate these challenges. But I wonder, is there some lingering fear, some underlying insecurity that's making you feel like you need to be on guard? It's like you've built this amazing foundation, but is there something that's still making you feel vulnerable? To dig deeper, let's see if we can see the final card now. Okay, so final card, right? We need to see what's underneath. Knight of Swords, wow, that's intense, isn't it? Especially after everything we've been through. It's like from that initial clarity with the Ace of Swords, right, all the way to defending your territory with the Seven of Wands, and then this shows up. Whoa, hang on, let's break it down. The Knight of Swords, first of all, is fast. Like super fast. He's all about action, about cutting through the BS, about getting straight to the point. He's not one for dilly-dallying or sugarcoating things. He sees a problem, he solves it. He has a goal, he goes for it. He's like a whirlwind of energy. But here's the thing, right? He can also be a little reckless, maybe, a little impulsive. He can be so focused on getting to his destination that he doesn't always think about the consequences of his actions. He can be a little bit headstrong, a little bit arrogant, a little bit know-it-all, you know? And with that black obsidian crystal, it's like, okay, this is where you really need to harmonize that energy. You can't just go charging in blindly. You need to be grounded, you need to be protected, you need to be aware of your surroundings. So, how does the Knight of Swords fit into your karmic love path, especially after the World and the Seven of Wands? Well, I think it means that you're going to need to be assertive and proactive in your love life. Like, after all this, you're not sitting on the sidelines. You're not waiting for things to happen. You're going to be going after what you want, you know? You're gonna have to be clear, concise, and direct in your communication. No more beating around the bush, no more playing games, no more trying to be someone you're not. You're just gonna be yourself, and you're gonna say what you mean and mean what you say. But here's where it gets tricky, right? Because you also have to be mindful of that Seven of Wands energy. You can't just go charging in and start swinging your sword around, you know? You can't just bulldoze your way through relationships and expect everyone to fall in line. You have to be respectful of other people's boundaries, you have to be considerate of their feelings, and you have to be willing to compromise. Remember that harmonious energy is key. Think about that initial clarity from the Ace of Swords. The Knight of Swords is like, okay, I know what I want, and I'm going to get it. But you have to make sure that what you want is actually aligned with your highest good, right? And that you're not just acting out of ego or impulse. And think about the Moon card. All those hidden emotions and beliefs that you uncovered. The Knight of Swords is like, okay, I've faced my fears, and now I'm ready to move forward. But you have to make sure that you're not just running away from your problems, right? That you're actually healing those wounds and integrating those shadows. And think about the Nine of Cups, that wish fulfillment energy. The Knight of Swords is like, okay, I deserve to be happy, and I'm going to create the life of my dreams. But you have to make sure that you're not just being selfish or greedy, right? That you're also considering the needs and desires of others. That you're also sharing your blessings with the world. See how all these cards fit together. Okay, so the challenge, I think, with this final Knight of Swords is really about being direct and assertive while also being mindful and compassionate, right? It's about finding that balance between taking action and being considerate. It's about being confident in your own beliefs while also being open to other people's perspectives. It's about protecting your boundaries while also being willing to compromise. This is where the Obsidian comes in so strongly, protecting you, but also grounding you, harmonizing. So, how do you do that? How do you harness the power of the Knight of Swords without falling into its shadow side? Well, first of all, you have to be really clear about your intentions, Before you take any action, ask yourself, why am I doing this? What is my ultimate goal? Am I acting out of love or out of fear? Am I trying to create something positive, or am I just trying to avoid something negative? And if you're not sure, take a step back and get clear before you proceed. Second, you have to be really mindful of your words, okay? The Knight of Swords can be very cutting with his words. He doesn't always think before he speaks. So, before you say anything, take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this true? Is this necessary? Is this kind? If it's not all three, then maybe you should reconsider saying it, Or at least find a more gentle way to express yourself. Third, you have to be really respectful of other people's boundaries, right? The Knight of Swords can be very pushy. He doesn't always respect other people's limits. So, before you try to impose your will on someone else, ask yourself, am I respecting their autonomy? Am I honoring their choices? Am I giving them the space to be themselves? And if you're not sure, ask them. Communicate. Don't just assume that you know what's best for them. Fourth, you have to be willing to compromise, The Knight of Swords can be very stubborn. He doesn't always like to give in. But relationships are all about give and take, right? You can't always get your way. So, be willing to meet your partner halfway. Be willing to find solutions that work for both of you. Fifth, and this is huge, you have to trust your intuition. Seriously. The Moon card, right? All those hidden emotions. The Knight of Swords is all about logic and reason, but sometimes you just have to go with your gut. If something doesn't feel right, even if it makes sense on paper, then don't do it. Trust that inner voice that's guiding you. Sixth, you have to be patient, This Knight of Swords, he wants everything now. But it's like we said, love takes time. Love is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So, be patient with yourself, be patient with your partner, and be patient with the process. Seventh, practice self-compassion. So, with all this Knight of Swords energy, it's so easy to get caught up and get into your head and be super judgmental of yourself, right? And this is so important, give yourself some grace. Seriously. Forgive yourself for your mistakes, learn from your experiences, and keep moving forward. Okay, but what does this look like, practically? Imagine you're dating someone and you're really feeling this connection, right? But they're not as quick to commit as you are. The Knight of Swords might be like, okay, either you're in or you're out. I don't have time for games. But with that Obsidian energy, harmonizing everything, you can take a step back and say, okay, I understand that you need more time. I respect that. But I also need to be clear about my own needs. I'm looking for a committed relationship, and if you're not on the same page, then maybe we're not a good match. You're being direct, you're being assertive, but you're also being respectful and compassionate. You're not trying to force anything, but you're also not settling for less than you deserve. See the difference? It's subtle, but it's huge. Or imagine you're in a long-term relationship, and you're having a disagreement with your partner. The Knight of Swords might be like, okay, I'm right, you're wrong, end of discussion. But with that harmonized energy, you can take a deep breath and say, okay, I see your point of view, and I understand why you feel that way. But I also have my own perspective, and I need you to hear me out. You're expressing your opinions, you're defending your boundaries, but you're also listening to your partner, you're trying to understand their perspective, and you're willing to compromise. It's like you've gone through this whole journey, right? From that initial clarity to that ultimate wholeness. And now, you're being called to step into your power, to be assertive, to be proactive, to be a force to be reckoned with. But you're also being called to be mindful, to be compassionate, to be loving. It's all about finding that balance, that harmony. And honestly, that black obsidian crystal is your secret weapon here, okay? It's going to help you stay grounded, it's going to help you stay protected, and it's going to help you harmonize all those different energies within you. It's going to help you be the best version of yourself, the most authentic version of yourself, the most loving version of yourself. You've seriously got this. Remember that griffin from before, that loyalty? Be loyal to yourself. Be loyal to your values. Be loyal to your truth. and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You're a divine badass, and you're totally ready for this next chapter. I know it.